Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Miss Phins Show. I am your host, Miss Phins. Thank you so much for coming through. Really do appreciate each and every single one of you guys coming through and supporting the channel. Thank you so much, guys. If you haven't done so already, you know what I'm going to ask, you know what I'm going to say. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button on your way in. Hit it. Ouch. that actually hurt. Oh, it's Friday. Yeah, it's Saturday, Sunday. Ah, oh, guys, you gotta have fun in life, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not laughing, if you're not having fun, I don't know what you're doing. You gotta enjoy yourself. There, life. When life gives you lemons, you know the saying. You make lemonade. So yeah, you gotta do it. Ouch! That actually did hurt. We're just out here getting injured. It's no big deal. I get injured for you. Uh, see here. The champ is here. Thank you so much. I am here, Cruz. I appreciate you. Oh, snap. Delusional. Sir, I've been trying to send you the link. But you never reply back to my email. I figured out what your real name was, so my bad. Ouch. Man, I really did hurt my name just now. It's okay, I'll survive. But good morning, everybody. Good morning. Me and the 5-year-old Fin fan are here. Elliot says, good morning, fam. Oh, well, top of the morning to you, Elliot. Nice to meet you. I hope you have a great day with Daddy today. Enjoy Miss Fins, obviously. And, let's go Dolphins. And you're 5, so unless you're already in like VPK or pre-K, I don't know when school starts, to be honest with you. So if you're in school, great. If you're not, enjoy it for now. Good morning, Steve. Welcome. That's my fault for never checking my email. Yeah, man, I need you to email me back. So check your email so you can email me back. Wow. Really? Run, Elliot. Y'all are too much. Good morning, Matt Tribal Chief. Welcome. He knows what he's getting into. Y'all are too much. But welcome, everybody. Seriously, thank you so much for coming through. Shout out to everybody on Twitter and Twitch today and YouTube. Today, we're going to be discussing Miami Dolphins roster updates. Obviously, we have some notable updates, ladies and gentlemen. We finally filling up the practice squad and some roster moves here and there. So we're going to talk about that, and I will have an open panel too. So if you guys want to go ahead and let me know live, I will be taking callers today. Callers. Oh. One moment, people. I just realized something. Please, this is embarrassing. Okay, much better. Yeah, we're good. Oh, we got Adam S in the building. Good morning, y'all. Fins up, y'all. Emojis. One of our awesome members. Dolphin Don, welcome. Good morning. Okay. So, like you guys see, hit the like button, guys. Let's keep it clean. See, I tell you all the time, kids do watch the show either live or the replay. So you gotta watch. You keep it clean. Also, become part of the family. Become a member, ladies and gentlemen. It really does help out the family to um, to join. So helps out the channel. There you go. It's Friday, people. Okay. And as always, you can catch Miss Fins in season Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern, guys. That's Monday through Friday. I give you 6 shows a week, ladies and gentlemen. 6 shows a week where we can discuss, and we do discuss the Dolphins, our AFC East partners, and or frenemies, I guess I should say, our divisional frenemies. And then we discussed the NFL as well. 6 shows for you guys. That's at least 6 hours of my life. So I really do appreciate when you guys support the channel. So thank you so much. Becoming a member, it's awesome. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate it, buddy. Okay. So let's get into this so you guys can go ahead and take a look at it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dolphins. Holy smokes. Let me tell you something. I thought it was hilarious. We totally freaked out. As a fan base, we're like, what? What do you mean Blake Ferguson is not in the team? How did he not make the 53-man roster? Oh, we absolutely were not having it. I still remember seeing all the Twitter, feed and stuff, and everybody being upset. But before I continue, as always, we win together, we lose together. Dolphins for life. And if you didn't catch it live, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I had the one, the only Mr. OJ McDuffie himself, ladies and gentlemen. That was a great show. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, go ahead and do so. I was very blessed to have him on the channel. And we had a great conversation about the Dolphins, his time as a Dolphins wide receiver, and a bunch of stories and more. So go ahead and check it out. It was awesome. Okay. I'm just saying. So check that puppy out. Let's see here. But yes, we were told there's 2 guys that got us up in arms. And it was Blake Ferguson not making a 53-man roster. I'm like, how do you start with no long snapper? What is this? Are we not gonna have him back? We were freaking out as a fan base. And you know what? For good reason. For good reason. Good morning, David Dorta. Welcome. Welcome. How are you doing? Good morning. Bob Young, welcome. Good morning. Appreciate you guys. Hit that like button for me, guys. Hit the like button. But yeah, we were freaking out. No Blake Ferguson? Oh, snap. That one. And then Nick Needham? Oh, no. I mean, I literally sang. I sang to this man. And I said, I'm sorry. Like, I pulled out the Boys to Man because it was like, it was hard. When you have like, some of your favorite players and they don't make the roster, you're like, what do I do? But thankfully, we figured it out, ladies and gentlemen, and both guys are back. Thank God. Both guys are back. We're back, baby. We're back. So thankfully, we did not have to worry about that too long. But yes, the Miami Dolphins have officially re-signed Blake Ferguson, and I'm going to show you now. So because why not? Blake. Let me. And then I'm going to bring up a topic that I know everybody is going to be very They're gonna be very mm. So let me pull this up, and I think I should probably go to my page because man, I was oof, man, I was just trying to get you guys all the information and retweeting my little life away. Just to try to get you guys all the infos from Barry and Adam Beasley and all these other guys and yada yada. My son to them would have been my last $2. Has there been any more moves at wide receiver? Yes, and I have that for you guys as well. Did you see the Colorado game last night? No, I didn't. I just saw that at halftime. I think they were down. I saw like a little post, but that was about it. Um, so let me go ahead and share this for you guys real quick, and we're gonna do this and follow along together, together forever. There you go. So let's follow along. Let me make this bigger, bigger, bigger. Dum, 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 dum. Okay. Is that good or is that too big? No, that's perfect. Okay. No, I gotta go to my profile. Am I already in my profile? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, while I'm here, if you're on Twitter and Twitch, you're gonna see this. It's gonna literally because I copy and paste it. You're gonna see my profile, guys. Host of Miss Fin Show weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern on YouTube.com/MissFins. This is the link to my profile, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to all the 12 people who have signed up and followed me this entire week. Thank you guys. It's been awesome. I want to continue to grow this puppy. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let me show you what to do once you get to that page of my Twitter or Twitch. It's going to take you over here to my regular YouTube channel. And then what you do is there's going to be a button that looks just like this. And you're going to hit click subscribe. Okay. Because right now we're at 1.34 subs. And I think I need like 3 more. Literally like 3 more. Let's mess this. I think I need like 3 more to be able to what this word? To get to 1.4. Yeah, we need 2 more subs, guys. There you go. Oh, Lord. I was like, where is this puppy? But yes, we need 2 more subs, guys. 2 more subscribers to be able to get to, and in case, if you want to see it right here, boom, 2 more subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. So shout out to everybody that signed up this week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to all the subscribers. Now we are 2 away from getting to 1.4 or 1,400, and I know that we can do it together. So if you're watching right now, or if you're catching the replay, help Miss Phins get to 1,400. That's a first step. Okay, let's get. Wait, I can't do math. I just realized I was about 50 people away from 1,400. We are 52 people away, ladies and gentlemen, from 1,400. But to get to 1,350, there you go. We need 2 more, guys. So if you guys can help me out, that'd be great. And again, this is where you would do it, and the button will be right here where it says subscribe, and it's free. And you can go into the shows, as you can see right here. That's me and Mr. OJ McDuffie. We had such a great time yesterday. So go ahead and check that out, and I have a ton of different, shows and channels, playlists, all that good stuff that you can go ahead and do it. And also to our membership as well. You get different badges. Right now we have several people that are in this batch over here. We got 9 month people as well, and you get the cool emojis, you get different perks, blah blah blah. So definitely go ahead and take a look at that. Because it's a great way to support Miss Finn. So there you have it. Da da da. Good morning, Ian Baller. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I like the Dubois signing. He's playing the Craycraft role. Good morning, AP Ryan. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so let's go to my channel. Oh, that's us now. Let's see here. So I had a lot of fun yesterday. I think it might be easier to go backwards, but we'll do it this way, guys. We'll go backwards. Start with the end in mind. I think this is it, right? No, no. Okay, yeah. Okay, where is it? Okay, it's Boyle. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one that literally got me. And to think now he's on our team. This is Finsanity and I last year, ladies and gentlemen, because the Miami Dolphins, in case you didn't know, have signed Tim Boyle. Yep, Tim Boyle. And you see this. Look at the where is it? You see the episode count. Right now we're at episode 434. Okay? This is episode 288. Okay? 9 months ago. Like, this is crazy. 9 months ago, right? And right now, look at this. Look at this. Let me see. Tell me if you guys can hear it. Let me see. Let me try to raise the volume up real quick. Hold on. Forgive me if I'm too loud now. I'm gonna try to keep my voice low, but I want you guys to hear this because this is hilarious. And to me, we just need to go ahead and go over it. Where is it? Volume all the way up. Let me know if you can hear it. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it, okay? Can you hear that? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a fins up. Can you hear that? I want to make sure you guys can hear that because I feel like it's important that we are all, in the same page here as far as you can hear our discussion of it. So let me know. Can you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Let Tim Boyle. I couldn't hear it. Okay. Let me see. I might have to settings, audio. My check, my check, my check. Let me see if I do this. It might be better. No, actually. Speaker, let's do. Okay, maybe that might be better. Let me see. I didn't hear it. Okay, let me see if this might be better. Mm. Did you guys hear that? Oh man, I'm hoping you guys heard that because that's essentially me laughing the entire time she's saying, it's the Jets. I can't get excited over the Jets. Obviously, this is week 12, us playing against the Jets. And for sanity, it's like, I can't get excited. It's Tim Boyle, ladies and gentlemen. Let Tim Boyle. Man, if you guys can't hear that, that's a bummer because this is too hilarious for me. It really is. Let me see if maybe if I hear this, if I put it this way, it might work. So hold on. It's the Jets. It's Boyle. I mean, like, what is that? There's nothing like I can't get excited other than the fact that we'll get to see what Tua does. What kind of game he has finally against that defense. How our offense does against that defense. It's the Jets. It's Boyle. I mean, oh, anyway, boy, aka the interception match. I'm telling you. Well, it is what it is. If you guys can't hear it, I'm sorry, guys. I really tried. Oh man, I was laughing too hard, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's Tim Boyle, and this was back in again week 12 last year, and we all know what he did. He made Devon Holland famous, ladies and gentlemen, famous. He threw that Hail Mary before the half, and Devon Holland literally took it 99 yards into the end zone. Like I thought it was a joke. I thought we were being pranked. I really did. I didn't think no, there's no way that they actually no. They didn't just um make this man uh okay. They didn't just make this man part of our team. But apparently, ladies and gentlemen, the Miami Dolphins truly thought that Mike White was going to come back off of waivers to be in the practice squad. And he didn't. He signed with the Traders and he went to the Buffalo Bills. He went to the Buffalo Bills. I didn't hear it. Good morning, Michelle. Appreciate you, young lady. Appreciate you. Ian Baller, thank you so much for coming. Appreciate you. Sorry, guys, if you couldn't hear it. I gotta figure that out. And I just saw this too. Shout out to Phins up Windsor. Phins up Windsor just became our newest YouTube member. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Fins up Wincy, man. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the practice squad, sir. Much appreciated. Oh man, thank you, thank you, thank you. Another one of our awesome members in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Fins up Wincy. Appreciate you. Tim who? I never heard of him. I'm telling you. Oh gosh, it was. See the emojis, ladies and gentlemen. You get awesome emojis. I promise you like it. We added Yukon legend Tim Boyle. I'm telling you, man. Like I can't. I can't. Uh yeah, Red White and Bills. I know we're playing in a short week. Not this week coming up, but the week after. We'll discuss it offline. But the game preview will be Thursday for the channel, so we can definitely get in touch for sure. Boyle the interception machine. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Dubose is a footwork guy and good hands. Odd man out in Green Bay. Hey, we're gonna talk about him. We're gonna talk about him. So let's see here. Who else? So, according to Barry Jackson, thankfully yesterday, Dolphins don't practice squad guys right now. Eric Azukama, Nick Needham, Hayden Rucci, which is great because you saw Hayden Rucci come out. And he was actually pretty good in that last preseason game. He was pretty good in preseason period, but you can tell that they were really testing him out. Um and really trying to see what can he bring to the table. Obviously, it was initially versus some of the first, seconds, and then mostly thirds and fourths. But he did pretty well, in my opinion, and I'm glad that we were able to bring him back. Another fun fact, I don't know if this is good or bad, but out of everybody that we cut, not one player got picked up on waivers. Think about that. Not one player the Miami Dolphins cut got picked up on waivers. But that Trayton and Lion, Mike White. Morning, Miss Fitz. Mike White says hello. Yeah, yeah. Laugh yourself. Sal, one of our resident Bills fans. Don't worry, sir. If you are. Oh, ooh, I was about to say something, but you're lucky. I'm nice. I was about to say something. Mm. Perrine got picked up by Kansas City. Shaking my head. I'm telling you. A lot of guys ended up after. So the way it works, in case you guys may or may not know, on the 27th, which was Tuesday, or Monday. I think it was Monday. My days are blurry. Yeah, Tuesday. Everything's always on a Tuesday. On a Tuesday. On Tuesday, all teams had to go from 90 to 53, make all their cuts. Then by Wednesday at noon, all from 4 p.m. on Tuesday all the way up to Wednesday at noon, all teams had the opportunity to sign guys and claim them off waivers. And there were several people that were claimed. We didn't claim anybody, but other teams claimed players. Then Wednesday at 12, everybody was released that didn't get claimed and were eligible to go ahead and get signed by any team anywhere. And Mike White, instead of coming back with us like we wanted him to, he chose to go with those chicken wings, the buffalo wings. So you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Good morning, Lady Dolphins fans and everybody. How y'all doing? Check your polls. We're doing good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, subscribe, like, share, donate. Your seat is waiting for you. Join the family. Thank you so much, Chef Jew. Shout out to the Members Club. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. Here he comes. He went to a winning team. Can you blame him? He was already in a winning team. What do you mean? This is already a winning team. Mike White in Buffalo telling all the secrets. Tua likes 2 grapes with his tuna sandwich for lunch. I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. You know what? Besides that, he is a Florida kid. And actually, his favorite team growing up was the Dolphins. He got to live his dream, guys. He got to play with the Miami Dolphins. You know what I mean? His childhood dream was to play with his hometown team. He's from Florida. And this is his team. His dad's a huge Dolphin fan. He's a huge Dolphin fan. And to be able to realize your dream and be able to go to play like that, that's awesome. So I don't blame him, not wanting to be in a practice squad, and wanting to get an opportunity to really start for the Buffalo Bills, which he'll probably end up doing after week 2. It's a great opportunity for him, and you know what? I wish him nothing but the best. As a backup, and as long as he's not playing the Dolphins, I hope he gets about 32 yards if he ever does come on the field. So there you go. Yeah, gotta be nice. Gotta be nice. Uh, Oh man, this quarterback carousel. But yes, let's continue. Linebacker Daquan Jackson, Jonathan Harris, safety Jordan Colbert, quarterback Tim Boyle. That just I can't believe I'm saying that. Defensive tackle Naquan Jones and former Seattle receiver Dwayne Eskridge, according to Schultz. So this is some of the guys that we have, and I got the list up here of all of the practice squad guys and the number we have and how many spots we have left. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, your Miami Dolphins, and I'm gonna show you guys this so you guys are up to date with me. Shout out to our lads; they're always awesome. And again, you know me, y'all know me, still same OG, but I've been low key hated on by Mosey. Anyways, let me just refresh this puppy real quick. So you can tell I'm a fan of the doctor. Okie dokie. Oh, here it is. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oops. I think I went a little too ham. Let's bring it down a little bit. There you go. Okay, so as far as the practice squad players, guys, bye bye, sir. Bye bye to you too. We have, and see, you see him right here? Blake is back. Our Blake is back. Dun dun dun. Ew, ew. Dun 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 dun. Ew, ew. Okay, so we got right now on the practice squad. Okay, hold up. Before I say this name, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. You guys, this is. Oh my lord, I gotta do this because I just couldn't believe this. Look at that face. Look at that face. Welcome back, Blake. We love you, man. Oh Lord. Robbie Chosen, ladies and gentlemen, he's back. Guess who's back? Robbie's back one more time, playing with the Dolphin squad. Guess who's back? Robbie Chosen. Robbie Chosen. Uh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, Robbie Chosen has returned to Miami, signing with the Dolphins practice squad. The man knows the Dolphins offense and shows up in a time of need. Holy smokes. You know what? He's giving me what was that player? You guys know. I think it was a defensive player too. Oh, snap. What was his name? I mean, literally we would Isaiah. Oh, what's his name? We would cut him every single season for like 4 seasons straight and then bring him back. What was his name? Help me out, Chad. Help me out because you cannot make this up, ladies and gentlemen. Oh God. We just love I got I just can't. Look at this. Roster moves. We have signed Tim Boyle, Robbie Chosen, D. Erskine, and Naquan Jones. We also released Anthony McFarland Jr. from the practice squad to make those moves. They also signed Blake Ferguson and placed a safety, Patrick McMorris, on injury reserve injury list, meaning he'll have to wait the first 4 weeks to be eligible. Oh, I thought this was kind of cool. Tua Tagovailoa has been voted the third most overrated quarterback in the NFL, trading Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts. Well, to be honest with you, he's technically tied second, but you know what I see here with these three quarterbacks? Pearly whites. You see the pearly whites? New contract. Don't know how to act, guys. Pearly whites. You see him right here. But I'm not surprised, Josh Allen, the most overrated quarterback. He will get you as far as nowhere. Every single year, ladies and gentlemen. So shout out to to all the voters out there. To be honest with you, I think this is, I don't think Tua deserves to be up here. I can see why Jalen Hurts will be up here. I can definitely see why Allen would be up here. But Tua, not really. I don't think Tua has done enough to be called overrated. It to me, to be overrated, you'd have to be, without even a snap, already be in the MVP conversation to literally do nothing. And that's this man right here every single time. So yeah. Oh man, look at this hat. I'm in the works of trying to get that. And then look, the level of hateration. Who's gonna win the AC East? You see, Bills, Jets, Bills, Jets. That means that we're gonna sweep them in the regular season and beat them in the postseason. So that's 3 L's for the Bills versus the Dolphins, and then we're gonna sweep in the regular season the Jets. So right now, all I'm seeing is 5 W's for the Dolphins. Congratulations. And again, too, guys, if you didn't catch it yesterday, I had Mr. OJ McDizzle Duffy. This man right here, our former wide receiver, guys, it was awesome being here with him. That's Seth Levitt, his partner in crime on the Fish Tank. Their Miami Dolphins podcast, and this is a new episode, a new series that they're doing their own version of 30 for 30. But it's all about the Miami Dolphins, and this one, the very first one, is being released, I believe, this week, if not next week. It's about Dan the Man, whom I share a birthday with. Um, so I'm very happy about that. But go check him out, ladies and gentlemen. Go check him out. Go check out OJ McDuffie. It was so great, and I had such a great time. I really did. Where is it? Okay. So let me check the other roster moves. I think that was the last one that I had, right? Oh, Greer, don't walk, run. Luke Fortner, Stanner. Man, people are funny. But yeah, I just had to show you Robbie Chosen, guys, because this was just too much for me to not post it up here. So let's go ahead and customer rewards. What in the? Okay, there we have it. So here is the practice squad. We got Robbie Chosen, Naquan Jones, as you can see, Jonathan Harris, which, funny enough, when we did a 53 roster, predictions and things like that, some of these guys ended up going to where we thought. I personally thought. Sorry, let me just get rid of that real quick. I personally thought that we were gonna have what do you call it? Um some other guys in a practice squad, but I'm not surprised with the guys that end up actually in the practice squad. So you see the guys that we signed up. Jordan Colbert, Isaiah Johnson, Boyle, Eric Zukama. We thought that he was gonna make it, but obviously when the roster came out initially, they only had 4 wide receivers. We were all shocked. That was crazy. So, yeah, I didn't think that was. I didn't think that was. Uh, Sorry, I can't read the chat whilst I'm doing this. 1 second, guys. Okay. We personally had Chris Brooks, River Craycraft, Tanner Connor, Ryan Hayes, Quentin Bell, Isaiah Mack, Leonard Payne, Anthony Walker Jr. was the other one too that I thought would go into the practice squad. So that was interesting. Um, Mark Perry, Marcus May, Storm Duck, Andrew Marrier. Very happy Storm Duck actually made the 53-man roster. That was pretty cool. Very happy for him. Um, and I'm so glad that we got Nick Needham back. Do I expect Nick Needham to play? Absolutely. Nick Needham is gonna be in a 53-man roster, in my opinion. I just, I know that they needed to make some roster manipulations, so it's interesting that's how it worked out. I'm just glad he's back. Chase and Hines makes sense because we need some online depth as well as Daquan Jackson too. So right now we have a total of let me let me clear my throat. And then the rest. Baron Matos and Hayden Rucci, like I told you guys. Um, those are the ones that we end up having. So we have 13 guys in the practice squad. We can have a total of 16 players, and the 17th, if they're part of the international, um, I call it exchange program, the international football exchange program. Um, then teams can have 17 players in the practice squad. So that's pretty much it. Now, we do have some reserves as well. And you can see them here. These are the guys that are essentially in the practice squad. Sorry, on IR or the pup list. Some are slotted to their season is over for the year, but others are slotted and have designations of returning. Now you can have several players on IR. However, you can only bring back two of them. So we got to see exactly what they end up doing. River Craycraft, Bradley Chubb is on a pub list. Ezekiel Vanderberg, who we thought was got, he's on IR. Cam Smith as well. Odell is on a pub list. Schwartz is on IR. Patrick McMorris is on IR. Tosh Washington is on IR. Wyatt Ray, Cameron Good is on the pub list. Grayson Murphy is on IR. Sean Harlow is also on IR. Isaiah Wynn is on IR. Keon Smith and Cam Brown are also on IR. The guys that are on the pup list, guys, those are on the physically unable to perform list, and it pretty much means that they'll have to wait or sit out the first 4 weeks. Same with the gentlemen who are designated for return, like Cam Smith, Patrick McMorris, and I see another one. Yeah, those two, and River Craycraft. So we got to see how it ends up being. But ladies and gentlemen, you see our rookie Storm Duck. He made us, man. I'm so happy for him. Also, Muhammad Kamara, Jalen Wright. Very, very happy with him. I'm glad that we got at least Andrew Meyer, who we picked up as a UDFA. Thank goodness, because we need some sort of O line depth. As you can see right now, we have Aaron Brewer. Apparently, from what I heard, he does have that hand injury, but it shouldn't be as bad as it initially seemed. So he should be okay to return for week one. If not, it might be week two, but we got to see. Liam Eichenberg, we got him on the right guard position. So, but this is a part that to me I find interesting. We have nobody backing up technically Robert Jones at left guard. Um, that's a little bit concerning, but according to our owner, according to our GM, And according to our head coach, we are more worried about the online than they are. So this point, I don't know what to tell you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got a few more minutes. Want to go ahead and say welcome everybody back to the Miss Fans Show. Much appreciated if you're just catching us live right now. Thank you so much for joining. Hit that like button, guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. Let's see. Check it out. Did we get anybody else? No, yes, maybe so. Hopefully. We'll give that a minute. Another thing too, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta discuss this right here. The first 2 weeks. I'm excited, guys. I don't know about you. I know some people are worried. I'm excited. I think this is probably one of the most exciting starts in the season that I've seen in a while because right away, these are 2 playoff games. Miss Vince, what do you mean? Ladies and gentlemen, the first 2 games are versus conference opponents. And one of them is a conference and divisional opponent. Starting 2-0 is crucial for our push to this Super Bowl, baby. It is. What's up, Timothy? Welcome. Good morning, everybody. I'm hoping everybody has a great Friday. I have a busy day at work. Can't be on the chat, but I'm still listening. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate you, sir, for coming through. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad Red, White, and Bills definitely enjoyed the show yesterday. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Uh, Hey, good morning, ABAB. Yep, I'm more worried than Greer in the O line. You and every other Dolphin fan, so you're not alone, sir. We are in solidarity, all nervous about this offensive line because this is ridiculous. At this point, dude, did you see how skinny this offensive line looks? This is ridiculous. Like, I mean, the minute we drafted Patrick Paul, I knew Teron Armstead. That's literally nothing else went through my brain when I saw him. I was like, that's Teron Armstead's replacement. Watch him play half the season. I already told you guys. I think Teron's gonna play 8 weeks. Although he's feeling great, he's feeling awesome. He's older. Another year, did he get through all his turf toe and everything else he's dealing with? We don't really know. So we got to see how he plays this season. So me personally, I believe that Teron Armstead is going to be probably playing half the season. Yeah, this still looks better. He's probably going to be playing half the season. And having Patrick Paul behind him, already seeing that chemistry between the two, beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Because that means that our young player is going to be honestly given whatever he needs, in my opinion, for us to be able to get him up to speed to really get rid of Teron and his contract. Nobody at left guard besides Robert Jones. But we already know who our swing O lineman is, and that's Liam Eichenberg. We got Aaron Brewer and Andrew Meyer. Like, we're just hoping this works out for us and that the rookie he's able to do something. Good morning, Nene. Welcome. Then you got Lester Cotton backing up Liam. Kendall Lamb backing up Austin Jackson. Like, this O line is super thin. This is a slim, fast O line. Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. We knew. I told people, I'm like, I think they're gonna carry 9 O linemen. Now I thought that they would put Jack Driscoll as part of the 53-man roster. I think he's the only one out of the guys that I thought that would actually make it. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, I think Driscoll was probably the one that knew it, but I guess you could switch out Driscoll for Andrew Meyer. That's the difference. Everybody else kind of predicted that they were going to make the team as far as the line, which makes sense. But this is now the Miami Dolphins, they can't say anything. Now it's put up or shut up at this point, you know? This is the apparently we got this, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm all for it. You know, you feel comfortable about this online. Hey, in Butchberry, I trust. So I feel very good about Butchberry. I'm not worried about Butchberry at all, or his ability to take our young players and putting them into this O line. I just personally would like to see a little bit more depth. So we'll see. That's what we have the practice squad, guys. And we still have three more positions in the practice squad to fill because we have what? 13 players. Yeah, 13 players so far that we have in the practice squad. As you can see, two of them are in the O line. Yep, two of them are in the O line. So that's good. We got our third. I still can't believe it's Tim Boyle. I just can't. This is. I can't. It's just you can't make this up. What's up, Miami kid? Welcome. Paul should be moved to inside just like Tunsil did his first year. Hey, maybe, I wouldn't be opposed to in the meantime, while we have Terrell playing left tackle and he's good up and Adams and working, why not back up Robert Jones in that same left side? You know what I mean? And get him to be that kind of hybrid left tackle, left guard for us in case we need him in either position. I'm all for it. The man is huge. I mean, this guy is he's huge. So having him in that position, I wouldn't. Yeah, I know 7 foot. What's up, Jack Ryan? Welcome. Good morning. Yeah, that'll be very interesting. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I see some small online backups like sir. Delusional. I saw your trash talking. Week 5 is an L. Week 5, and no way on earth is week 5 an L for us. Where do I have this? There you go. What's week 5? W. That's a cakewalk right here. Week 5 is a cakewalk. This is an absolute W. Oh, you're saying that's an L for you guys. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, this is a W for the Dolphins. I'm not even worried about it. Actually, the first 5 weeks, we can go 5-0, and I'm not even trying to be a super homer or anything like that. Dolphins really could be 5-0 going into the bye, and we already know when it comes to the beginning of the season, we're actually pretty flipping good. We're really good. We are. We are actually pretty good. So if that's what ends up being needed, and we gotta start that push and make it happen that way. Hey, I'm all for it, ladies and gentlemen. I am all for it. Why? Because to me, that'll get us to what we need overall, which is to stack nothing. Wow, that's ridiculous. Mm, 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 mm. Anyhow, let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. But you can be a little nervous. It's nothing wrong with that. The Dolphins, they can be a little bit nervous when it comes to their roster. And my do I think right now? Actually, you know what? Let me put this here for you. I want to hear from you guys. Do you think this roster is better, or do you think? Let me start this poll real quick. Is the roster okay? Because I gotta pick. It's gonna be better, the same, or worse than last year. Let me put that. Is the roster okay? And I want to hear from you guys real quick. And you let me know, what do you guys think? Is the roster better or worse? Sorry, when you get a good message and stuff. Let's go here real quick. Let's see. The good old Christopher Aloysius the third special. Oh man, Nene, you have made my day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Was there not a better option than Tim Boyle? Honestly, apparently not. Mm. Context says people who care about QB3 need to chill. If you're down to QB3, you're cooked regardless. Not too bad, but come on, man. Tim Boyle, bro, like, come on. That's like, ugh. The man got destroyed by the Dolphins last season. To now being the third string quarterback. I mean, you just can't make this up, Bubby. You can't make this up, Bubby. Look at this. What's up, Louis? How you doing? Red, White, and Bills. Is Deion Dawkins really Carmelo's son? I don't know. McDaniel better tread lightly. I see Greer will defer that he gave his coach what he wanted. That language is already happening when they both speak. McDaniel also blessing off on this online. Yeah, he is. He is giving himself, let's just say, a buffer. He's getting himself a buffer, in my opinion, when it comes to this roster here. Because you come on, come on. Wide receiver, obviously, we already know Jalen Tyree. That's duh. You know what I mean? Braxton Berrios. I'm still waiting to see some recognition from you know who. Well, they know who they are. I'm not gonna call them out entirely, but I was told something. And I'm just gonna keep my pinky up until that person acknowledges mm, their very horrible take. And the fact that I knew we were gonna go ahead and bring this wide receiver back. I knew it. We got Malik Washington. I'm glad we got Malik Washington. To me, I knew he was gonna make it the minute we drafted him and Jalen Wright. And welcome Jalen to the house of Jalen. We've got about 17 Jalen's. So now we got a full house. Yeah. We got what, 5 Jalen's? So he's gonna fit right in. Uh, just say better in depth besides online. Timothy, you really think that the Dolphins are better in depth? Oh, everywhere else except online? I don't know. Fins up, Winzy. Jack's front four is a real deal. They are, but we still we're still in a really good position. That's what people don't remember sometimes. Let me just put it that way. People don't remember sometimes. QB3 should at least be some sort of potential. Thank you. If QB3 should be somebody that you're willing to develop because you can develop for a trade. You can develop for your future and whatever. This is a journeyman. And I mean, context is not wrong. If you're down to your third quarterback, you already have problems. You know what I mean? But come on, guys. Like this is already looking like mm, I didn't put it this way. There you go. The lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. Let me unpin this. Yeah. If you want to go ahead and come on, I am taking callers. Callers, what I'm talking about. Open panel. Y'all know what to do. If not, thanks. Cause it's Friday. Yeah, Saturday, Sunday. It's Friday. Yeah. So you guys think this is worse already? I'm sure Tim Boy is a great person. Yeah, a great person. No offense. I mean, I love great people, but I love great players even more right now for my team. But that could just be me. My only concerns are the punter and offensive guards. Really, Danny? Good morning. I don't know how I feel about that. Cat for life. Good morning, beautiful people. 2 games in 4 days. Don't lose. Yeah. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Miss Fins, do you wonder why the fan base attacks Greer but not McDaniel about this O line? Well, yeah, because Greer is the one tasked to bring players in. McDaniel is there to utilize those players, but Greer's the one that's supposed to be out here getting these players. What's up, Ty Bless? Welcome. Nene, great question. I mean, Ty Bless, you said we have depth. Can you be specific in which unit do you think we have depth? Uh, in which unit? I'd like to know. Our punter sucks. Ah, Danny, you're hilarious. Listen, we need. Okay, let me explain something to you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Our punter, okay, Jake Bailey. What some of you guys don't understand is Jake Bailey is also the ball holder for Sanders. Okay, Sanders, when we had Matt Hawk, was amazing, 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 amazing. But when we got rid of Matt Hack and brought in another placeholder, or that's when you saw Jason Sanders just dip like the man couldn't kick for his life. But then we got Jake Bailey and him and his relationship with Jason Sanders. You saw last year. I mean, the man literally had 5 in that win versus the Cowboys. And 2 of them, the first 2, were over 50 feet. So, yeah. Hey, we got Kevin S. out on X. Fins up from Akron, Ohio. Another kid from Akron, Ohio. Oh, LaCry James. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't like him, but I do love the Dolphins. And Kevin, that's awesome that you're watching. I appreciate you, Kevin. If you haven't done so already, if you can do me a favor, buddy, I need your help. I need everybody's help. If you guys can come, it's very simple. You can come to I'm going to show you guys one more time. Come to my profile on Twitter. You see it up here. I'm going to highlight it real quick. YouTube.com/Miss Phins. You click on that puppy, it takes you right to my channel and it says subscribe. Right now, we're trying to get, we got another one. Let's go. We are trying to get to 1350 by the day and then we need 51 more people to get to 1400, guys. I can't do this by myself. I need you guys. So, almost 200 of you guys watching the show this morning, do me a favor. Hit that like button on the YouTube channel. It's 100% free. And it's also 100% free to subscribe, guys. You can see I got over 550 videos for you guys to watch. Man, and you see, in case you were wondering, you see the goals. I have the goals here. This is a great way, and the next one is to get to 1500 subs. That's the next goal for us to achieve. So I need you guys' help to make that happen. So if you guys can help me out, that'd be great. And I got somebody up here, who I think, got some knowledge. At least that's what just kidding. Good morning, Mr. Lewis. How you doing, sir? Welcome,
Good,
welcome, welcome.
good morning, Miss Phins. How are you?
Still alive, still kicking. Can't complain.
I heard that. Hey, just before we get started, right? Let's everybody have a great and safe weekend. It's an extended weekend for Labor Day on Monday, so everybody please be
That's
safe and
true.
just enjoy and have fun. But Miss Phins, last night on the Blitz pickup, we had a certain hot topic conversation that we were talking about last night, and I see Nene in here now bringing up the question. And
Mm-hmm.
Tony, co-host on the Bliss Pickup, shout out to Tony, right? He kind of said the same thing. It's the general manager's job to get talent, which I agree with, right? I make that point a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times, like give Chris good credit because he brings in the talent. So I get it from that perspective. That still doesn't take away the fact that Mike McDaniel and others have accountability in those issues and they don't get talked about not enough. It just seems like, again,
Mm.
Mike McDaniel has the freshest kicks on Sunday. He wears the Don Shula aviators on Sunday, and we love him, so we give him free passes in my opinion. And again, I'm not calling for the man's job. I don't think he should be fired. I like Mike McDaniel. But when I hear, well, the general manager just he makes all the moves. So you want me to believe Chris Greer is Brian Flores then? Because Miss Phins, me and you have been
Mm.
doing this for a very long time, Miss Phins,
Mm-hmm.
and people told me that it wasn't right for when Brian Flores was walking in the building and he was supposedly not talking to players, he wasn't talking to coaches, he was
Ooh.
running a dictatorship, right? He was doing it all by himself. Now
Mm.
it's funny when we talk about killing Chris Greer, let's say because he doesn't want to fix the O line. And let's kill Chris Greer because we got rid of Jack Driscoll, and Jack Driscoll was going to be a big piece. Okay, cool. Miss Phins, I'll leave you with this, and I'll ask you your opinion. Do you believe 2 days ago when we cut Jack Driscoll, do you think Chris Greer woke up that morning, got in the building, he didn't talk to Mike McDaniel, he didn't talk to Tom Garfinkel, he didn't talk to Brandon Shore, he didn't talk to Stephen Ross, he didn't say
Mm.
nothing to nobody, and him himself just went and cut Jack Driscoll? Is that what people want me to believe?
You know what? Apparently, but I see where you're coming from, Lou, because there's no way on earth you're just gonna cut a guy and not even tell your head coach, because that's gonna bring up oh snap, Fidel Flores.
I'm telling you, I'm Cuban, and yeah, if they make them sound like Fidel
yo,
Flores,
yo,
I, I'm
nay,
just
nay.
saying, Miss Fins, right? So again, when I hear people get upset and say that
Wow.
Chris Greer don't care about this offensive line, he don't want to fix it, he's sabotaging this team, right? Okay, cool. Did Mike McDaniel was Mike McDaniel okay with cutting Jack Driscoll? Was he okay
I
with it?
yeah, he must have been because there's no way you're just gonna cut him just to cut him. Like this is a conversation they're all having.
Thank you. So
Garfinkel, Mike McDaniel, and Chris Greer. It's not all on Chris Greer when it comes to personnel. That's in every single sport, in every single franchise. Period. No matter
r-
what the sport is.
exactly, Miss Fins. But this is the problem. All we do in this fan base is talk about we need to fire Chris Greer because Chris Greer don't know what he's doing. We Chris Greer is sabotaging. Chris Greer now he don't want to fix the O line. Well, Mike McDaniel has a part in that because again, don't what did Chris Greer and everybody has always told me. Well, Chris Greer is the kind of person he don't make. That's why we don't like him. He don't make all the ultimate
Hmm.
decisions, right? He leans on the coaches. He asks his coaches what players they like, and then he tries to go get those players. So obviously, Mike McDaniel must love Lester Cotton. Mike McDaniel must love Liam
Muslim.
Eichenberg.
That I know for a fact. They
Okay, but you're
love Liam.
thank you,
They
Miss
love
Fins.
Liam.
But guess what the narrative is, though, Miss Fins? It's Chris Greer loves Liam, right? And guess who gets to take a pass, just a free getaway out of jail card? Mike McDaniel.
Mm,
He's walking away scot free, Miss Fins. Let's call,
mm,
hey, again, call a spade a spade. And all I'm saying is,
mm.
I'm not calling for the man's job. I love Mike McDaniel. I think he's the right man for the job. But let's not pretend like the man doesn't have flaws. And in this fan base, Miss Fins, that you've been covering for a long time now, it just seems to me that we look past flaws in people that we like, players and coaches. And the people that we don't like, players and coaches, they're the ones that get all the blame. And that's
Oh,
not how
absolutely.
life works. Everybody has to be accountable. So Mike McDaniel, I'm sorry, at least for me, Miss Friends, and I'm gonna let you continue your show. I gotta go. But for me, Miss Friends,
Go
Mike
ahead.
McDaniel gets no more passes from me. I'm sorry. It's time to
Oh,
put up or
this is
shut
it.
up.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You can't be year three with because this is what makes it. And that Dean, shout out to that Dean. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your $5 donation. Fantasy football tonight. I'm working on it because if I get a chance to do it, I believe I should. Around 5 o'clock is what I'm thinking, but I gotta see if everything works out with my schedule. If not, then no. But I'm definitely trying for you, Dadine. And again, thank you so much for your super chat. But honestly, um, Lewis, you're 1000% right because he didn't start from zero or -1. You know what I mean? Like Flores did. Flores literally had to completely disband the entire team to build it up to have back-to-back winning seasons. Mike, I mean, Mike McDaniel is the Steve Kerr of the Miami Dolphins. Mark Jackson built that team and drafted those guys for Golden State Warriors. And then he got replaced by Steve Kerr to win the championships. Okay. He won the championships he put up. You see what I mean? Now it's time because McDaniel didn't start at zero. Now it's time for him to put up and get these championships because he came in with half a team built. So he didn't come from scratch. So now we got to see what he's able to go ahead and do with all of these moves and everybody that we've brought in and things like that. I'm with you 100%. It is time for Miami. It's done. And you know what? It is typical of the Miami Dolphins. Coaches get 3 years. You know, at this point, I can't stand it, but this is exactly how it is. And if it doesn't work out this year, it better be us losing in the AFC Championship. In my opinion, that will be the saving grace for these two. Because if we come out here and bear our gun in that first round, everybody's gonna want to cut off their heads. But guess what? I don't think they will. I think they have this year, and I think that they cover themselves for this year and next year. This year and next year. So we really won't even see if we get rid of this regime, in my opinion, till after next year. But this is it. Like, I don't know how many more times we're gonna be dealing with this. Like, this is already long enough. And I don't know about you, but personally, I am more than ready to be winning these championships. It's too much that we've put up in this and not seeing the results.
Yeah, yeah, we got to win, right? It's time to put up or shut up. And again, I see the people in the chat, right? Like this conversation for me has nothing to do with Brian Flores. The only reason I brought Brian Flores up, I
Mhm.
didn't bring him up from the coaching or how he treated,
Mhm.
nothing like that. I was using the Brian Flores as the Chris Greer example because that's what
Yeah,
people are
yeah.
telling me. Like, oh well, Chris Greer's cut Jack Driscoll. Yeah, so did he have any conversations about cutting? That's why I brought up Brian Flores because the narrative was he didn't talk to nobody. So okay, cool.
Mhm.
We come to find out to that to be true. So if you mean to tell me again that Chris Greer cut Jack Driscoll without talking to nobody, then we might as well call Chris Greer Brian Flores. I don't think that was the case. I think McDaniel signed off on it. So again, there's accountability. I just think, let's say the season, even if we win a playoff game, but we lose in the divisional round, Miss Fins, or let's say we win the division, we win a playoff game again, then we lose, and let's say the offensive line in that game doesn't play well. The narrative will be, well, we didn't win this playoff game and we didn't get to the Super Bowl because the offensive line failed us again, and that's on Chris Greer. Again,
Oh, that's exactly
the,
what they're gonna say. That's
and,
exactly what they're gonna say.
and that is valid, right? I would agree. But Mike McDaniel also co-signed that offensive line. He had no problem, right? Because I see Hooked Up Joe, and Hooked Up Joe made a good point, right? The
Mhm.
offensive line, I think it was one of his earlier comments. The offensive line was horrible before Mike McDaniel got here.
Well, I think yeah.
Absolutely.
So
1000%. You can't debate that. I would never debate Hooked Up Joe on that. What I will debate, Mike McDaniel's been here for 2 years. He's not trying to fix it neither, is all I'm saying. The conversations that we have all the time is Chris Greer don't do nothing to fix the offensive line. And what I'm saying is, okay, you think Mike McDaniel is in that building? I need offensive lineman Chris Greer. Go get me this guy, Chris Greer. I need this Chris Greer. And Chris Greer just sitting there ignoring Mike McDaniel? You think he's not listening to that man at all? It's hard for me to believe that, Miss Fins, and I'll tell you why. Because when Mike McDaniel said, "Oh, Tyreek Hill's available, go get him," who does Tyreek Hill play for?
us
Bradley
Dolphins.
Brett Bradley Chubb when he was available, and Mike McDaniel said, "Yeah, go get Bradley Chubb." Is he on the roster?
Mhm.
When Jalen Ramsey came available, right, and we went and got him, you think Mike McDaniel told Chris Greer, "Go get Jalen Ramsey"? What did he do? He went and got him.
Mhm.
I'm sure if Mike McDaniel was saying, "Hey, this offensive lineman fits my scheme, go get him," I'm sure Chris Greer would do that. But at the same time, Mike McDaniel as well as Chris Greer. I'm not saying Chris
Mhm.
Greer gets absolved of anything. I'm not saying you don't put the blame on Chris Greer. What I'm saying is hold everybody that has their hands in the cookie jar accountable and not just put it on one person.
I'm gonna go further than that, Lewis. That's also on Tua too. Tua co-signed on this.
Oh, you're trying to start a war this
I'm
morning.
not trying to start a war. I'm speaking facts. Listen, did Tua not say? I'm not worried about the O line. I threw the ball out fast. He is saying he has full. I spoke with OJ McDuffie, who's literally in the building yesterday. And exactly, I asked him about this O line specifically because I knew we were all nervous about it. And I asked him about the same quote. Will said he's not worried about the O line. And you know what he told me? He said, well, the way I took it was Tua saying that he trusts his guys to be able to do their job. And you know what? That's a fair point. And I have to agree. I do believe that Tua truly believes in his guys for them to do their job, and that's a great thing. You need to have that between your O line and your quarterback, and I'm loving it. I love that. You know what I mean? But that also says he's also co-signing with what's happening in the O line as well. So any issues or anything like that, because guess what? The Dolphins just said Tua Tagovailoa is our franchise quarterback, right? We just gave him this extension. He's here for at least 2 years, fully guaranteed. He's at least here for 2 years, at least. This is his team. Now, Mister, I can take everything off my chest. I can go ahead and say whatever. This is my team, and now he got to start demanding what he wants. And if he says, hey, I need more protection here and there, if your franchise quarterback is telling you this, are you not going to listen? Oh, no, he's just supposed to deal with it as well. You also have to understand this is him accepting that as well. It's on all three of them, because if that excuse comes out that the O line didn't work, that the passing game didn't work because the O line, he had no time to throw the ball or blah blah blah. He trusts his guys as he should, but it's on all three of them. It's on all three of them. It is on all three of them. It is 100%. And Louis, I don't know where you went. I think you might have lost connection. No worries, sir. But I appreciate you coming up here. And Lance, I saw that you were in the back. I appreciate you coming through, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we got almost 400, or actually, sorry, almost 340 of you, 240, sorry, you guys. Listen, I'm Miss Vince put the knife. You're hilarious. You guys are hilarious. But you also have to take into consideration, like, that means Tua saying he also believes in this O line. And you know what? You want that. That's what I'm talking about. You want your quarterback to also believe in this O line, but that means he's also accepting the O line. Tony H, can you define what you mean by cap? How is that cap? I don't understand what you mean. I don't know if you're directing to me or what it said, or somebody in the on the chat, or in the chat, or however you would conjugate that. But yes, that's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. It's on all three of them, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? It's a team, and this team chose to sign Tim Boyle, chose to bring back Robbie Chosen, sign D Eskridge, sorry, and Naquan Jones to the practice squad. I'm just saying. This is it. This is what they're choosing. But to Lewis's point, it's not just on Greer. It's also on McDaniel. These conversations, Greer doesn't just cut and does this just to do it. And you know what, Sal? Thank you, Sal. Sal ultimately brings up the most trump card you could even say, which is the owner. At the end of the day, is the only one that has the ultimate say so. If he's not that he's in a day to day like that, because I don't think that he is. But if it's somebody, he's like, no, I don't want him there. Oh, he's going. They will fire that player, period. No matter what it'll cost. He won't care. Period. That is true. That is 1000% true. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this ends up rolling out for our team this year. Man, it's interesting because you would think that these concerns that we've had, that we've seen consistently, get addressed. But the team feels very confident that the whole team, and I say the whole team, I mean players, coaches, and front office, the entire team has to put up. There is no, well, there is no next year. The easiest year for any team, I don't mean just the Dolphins, literally for all other 31 teams to win the Super Bowl was last year. Why? Because the strongest conference was the AFC, and it was the most injured conference when it came to prime positions. Like, what was it? 4 or 5 of the starting quarterbacks were injured of the top 10 teams in the conference. Like, it was something ridiculous that you hadn't seen in a while. And the biggest opportunity for any team, I don't mean just a Dolphin, any team to take down the Kansas City Chiefs, and not one team took advantage of that. Miami Kid says, Miss Fins, before Tua starts demanding anything, he needs to play better against good competition. 0-6 in 40-degree weather or under 7-14 against winning teams. I get what you're saying, but no, he can start demanding now. He can start demanding now. This is his team. This is his team. No one gets a pass. No one. But to be fair, we haven't played one game yet, so we still got to see if it works. 1000%. And this is why, we got to bring it back, because at the end of the day, although we're extremely nervous, you know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, got to see week one. Nobody, when we went into last year, week one, we said, listen, I personally said this because I have no problem saying it. I said it. Week one, the NFL knew exactly what they were doing when they put us versus the Chargers away. They knew what they were doing. That was a statement game that Tua had. Now, obviously, we didn't realize it was going to be against the worst defense in the league, but at the time, you could only go by what you saw on paper. And we knew it was going to be, at least I knew it was going to be a shootout. And our guy won. He did his job. And that set the tone to the rest of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, the NFL knows exactly what they were doing when they made this schedule for us. They know. Trevor Lawrence coming back from, losing the division. Both teams lost the division last year, practically in the last week of the season. Both teams. Literally, both teams. And then you have your division rival who actually made that happen. They knew what they were doing when they put these two games together. Right, 1 and 2. These two games are going to set the tone to the entire season. The entire season. And guess what? Oh, I'm all for it. Oh, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But this isn't going to be easy whatsoever. Only 2 games we weren't really in last year. It's just taking the next step. There's levels to everything. We either got Drew Brees 2.0 or we have the 10 mover. Oh, snap. Fins up Wednesday. Thank you, sir. Oh, wow. Man, you guys got some funny ones today. Oh, snap. That was funny. That was funny. You're funny, PBS kids. Pretty obvious McDaniel thinks Tua can release it quicker than the offense can produce. Uh, yeah, that's what they're banking on. This is why. Now, I found something out, ladies and gentlemen, that I had to tell you guys about this O line because I know that's what most people are worried about, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I think I figured it out. I think I figured it out. What do you mean, Miss Vince? Well, let me show you. I mean, they really are about O line by committee because they're what Miami is doing is they really do want to have that track meet of speeding you by beating you by speeding you and beating the team by having speed. Speed. Pew, 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 pew. Speed. More speed. Speed after that. That's what they want. Speed, speed, speed. Same thing with the O line, ladies and gentlemen. They want speed with the O line. Why do you think Liam Eichenberg is still there? Because they want it by committee. And Liam Eichenberg has been the most coachable O lineman we've had. That Swiss Army knife that some people call him. Speed. Because they want to be able to just keep changing it up on teams. This is, and you know what? Probably that's why Butch Berry did what he did last year with the different combinations. Instead of having one solid unit that you can have, the kind of similar to what Anthony Weaver said that we were going to have a mixed defense where it'll adjust based on the opponent. It looks like that's exactly what they're doing with the O line too. This is gonna be a very interesting season, guys. Today is the last day of the off season. It's time to celebrate. I'm so happy that we were able to go ahead and honestly survive this off season. Seriously. But we were. And one great way that we survive, ladies and gentlemen, is by coming over here and subscribing to Miss Phins, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. This is how we all survive together, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you here. And if you're watching on Twitter and Twitch, thank you everybody for watching on Twitter and Twitch. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do me a favor if you haven't done so already. Go to my profile. They're both the same in Twitter and Twitch. And you're going to see here, because I copy and pasted, trying to be smart. Host of the Misfit Show, weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern Time on youtube.com/misfans. Also, my link is here. And you're going to click either one, ladies and gentlemen. And that, once you click it, it'll take you right here to my YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. And this channel right here, there's going to be a button. Well, this is what I see. But you guys will see the subscribe button. Do me a favor, guys. Let's help Miss Phins get to 1350. We need one more person to subscribe to get to 1350, guys. And I really would appreciate it. You're hilarious. We need one more person to get to 1350. Our next goal is 1400, guys. So let's push for 1400. And that's the easiest way you can support the channel. And it's 100% free, guys. As you can see, 551 videos so far for you guys in the last 3 years. Oh my God, are you flipping kidding? Look at this. I'm gonna unsubscribe when you get to 13. See, guys, you gotta do more than 1350 because you got haters like Red, White, and Bills, aka Sean, doing this just so. Good morning, Mudbone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yes, yes, yes. I think that this is a great way, guys, that you guys can go ahead and take a look at it. You can see my little community posts as well, the members who are amazing. Look at this. See, I even asked. I put a post here. Dolphin fans, what's your initial reaction to the 53-man roster? And people have been commenting and kind of giving us some information, and you can take a look at what we've had. Yes, I am a Florida Panthers fan as well, so I had to do that. And look, that's what my little Funko Pop me. So there you go. But yes, guys, you can go ahead and catch Miss Phins. You can see all the videos. You can take a look at all the other shows you see here. If you guys missed it last year, we celebrated the 50th anniversary of the Miami Dolphins um, s- um, Super Bowl win in 1972, the perfect season. And here, Miss Fins, I got you videos, okay, of the museum tour in case you guys weren't able to see it, of the actual halftime show and celebration as well, and some of the game as well. So if you want to go ahead and go in time and seeing the museum as well, I was able to bring you guys back here, and you guys can go ahead and see it as well. As you can see, back alley Fizz with the ladies, Nene, myself, and Finsanity 5 because 1 through 4 was taken. You can take a look at the shorts. You can take a look at all the live videos as well. These shorts, ladies and gentlemen, these shorts right here, we got specific ones just for you right here for the ladies. That's all I'm gonna say. You want to go ahead and take a look at these because it's great. Just trust me. Trust me. Okay. So this is a great way for you to go ahead and do it. And you can see the membership too. You can join the family and become a membership and become a member. And you can see all the different perks and things like that. So yes, guys, if you haven't done so already, I really do appreciate it. The more the merrier. So if you guys could go ahead and like I said, you're gonna find it on my profile. Just click on my beautiful picture here. You see my logo, and you're gonna be able to go ahead and follow me as well. Follow me on. I'm trying to get this one to 1,500 as well. So if you guys can help me out, let's go ahead and get. I want 2,000 by the middle of the season. So we can get to 2,000. That'd be great. And then you guys can go ahead and take a look at everything. Ah, look, that's us. It's so cool. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, and this post right here, she was hilarious. This is why I took it. This is my official notice that starting tomorrow night, I'm officially busy every Thursday night, Saturday night, Sunday all day, and Monday nights for the next 6 months. I'm like totally the same. Like I 1,000% agree. Except I'm a Dolphin and not Steelers fan. So, and in case you didn't catch it live, guys, you can go ahead and do this. Drop that link, Miss Fins. Sure. But it's pinned to the top. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. The link is at the top. But yes, guys, go ahead and hit the like button, guys. Subscribe to Miss Fins. As you can see, we try to go ahead and bring you guys all the information as well, so you can go ahead and check it out. Oh man, I got a few more minutes. So if you guys are gonna come up here, hurry up, cause I got a few more minutes and not a minute more. I'm just trying to see if there's anything. Oh, look at this. Forgot my AirPods, and the person in the seat behind me is smacking gum. We're at an all-time low this morning. Blake, we're just happy to have you back, sir. That's honestly it. We're just so happy to have you back at this point. Oh, look at this. El Capitan from the Phins tailgate. Per my Daniel, I'm more confident in the O line this year than ever before, than I've ever been. confirming what Chris Greer said yesterday about how the team views the O line. How confident are you in our offensive line? Look at that. Look at my Mike. Look at him. Swag McGee over here. You know what I mean? Oh, Lord. This is going to be good. This tease is just that, a great tease. Okay, here it is, guys. Do me a favor. Come check it out. Don't miss the premiere of the Fringe Tag Iconic The Comeback on the Miami Dolphins YouTube channel this Tuesday, September 3rd at 7 p.m. That's what we were talking about. Go ahead and check that out. You guys should be able to go ahead and take a look at it. And this is interesting. I think this is something else we can discuss. But I got somebody in the back who wants to come and join. What's up, Nene? Welcome. How you
Well,
doing? Talk to
it's been a while. We're in the first week of school, and I made it. The first week of school.
Hey, good job. Congrats.
Well, I just wanted to talk about the season, obviously, and Lewis. He came up here and laid down some good foundation to kind of work through. I just really wonder, even with McDaniel and Greer and the offensive line. What
Hmm.
is your level of concern of playing people out of position in the offensive line? Because I was listening to the Joe Rose show yesterday, and it was kind of some mention. I want to say it was Kim Bocamper that mentioned something about Liam Eichenberg being a little frustrated about being moved around so much and kind of just want to be in one spot. And it seems like this is what they're doing. It reminds me kind of like our Miami Heat positionless football, like positionless
Hmm.
offensive line. I just don't know if any team has done that, part one. And if anybody has it ever worked where you're just plugging and playing and moving guys around to kind of conserve maybe cap space, money, or you don't even look at the position um, highly, if that makes sense? Because the offensive line has been what an issue for way before McDaniel. It's been an issue for a while.
Way before Flores. Way like literally, we've been dealing with this for like, what 10 plus years now, right? You could say. Except Pouncey is probably the only one that we've had the most solidified. Maybe.
Yeah, it's just to me, I just wonder if I always say that Coach Spo and McDaniel kind of remind me of each other, that quirky kind of weirdness to them a little bit, but they actually have a brilliant mind. But I wonder if that is the first part of. Let's start with the first part of the question. Has any team been successful doing that with the offensive line and just moving people around that that may not be in that position?
Well, I think the easiest way to answer that, that's a great question, in it. I think the easiest way to answer is take a look at who has been successful in. I'm not even gonna go just Super Bowl. Let's talk about the NFC championships and the AFC championships in the last 4 or 5 years. Last time I checked, those teams have been able to have their five starting main O linemen with some backups, obviously, that may have to come in due to injury or maybe like a knickknack or something. But for the most part, every time we see a team get to the NFC, like example, the Lions last year, you didn't see them do make so many changes in the O line. They were actually had one of the best O lines last year. Um, Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, you saw Kansas City Chiefs when they lost to Tampa Bay. What happened? They started the season with their top five guys. In the playoffs, lost three of them. Try to plug in guys and lost the Super Bowl. So we have seen the most successful teams. They have their five guys. You have backups to maybe refresh some guys here and there, but for the most part, continuity and play. That's what's been helping the most successful teams. Another one that I'm going to give you is take a look at Philadelphia, Jason Kelsey, and that O line. Jason Kelsey, by far, arguably the best center in the last few years. top three for sure, not even a question. But look at that O line. I mean, that O line literally took them to a Super Bowl and then a few years later to another Super Bowl. So it
Well,
looks
I
like they
just want,
realized,
I
I mean,
want
our
not
guy.
continuity, but playing in different positions. I don't, and I know we had some injuries because I know that's probably going to be the narrative. We had some injuries, so we didn't have a choice in the matter. But it seems like the way that they're attacking this is that we can bring you in, even though you're a center, and we can move you to something else. Because I know you kept mentioning speed, 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 but I think there's this mentality with Mike McDaniel that we could just move some people around, even though that's not their natural position. And because Tua gets the ball out so fast, it kind of doesn't matter. I know I assumed that last year, but for them to actually say it was shocking. I literally said it as like a running joke. Oh, they don't care about the offensive line because they're throwing the ball so fast.
Yeah,
But
we
the
talked
literally
about
to hear them say that was kind of weird. But you know how this works. If they win a whole bunch of games, we're gonna have a whole bunch of people like, oh, where's all the people worrying about the offensive line? You know how this go. And if we don't win a lot of games, then people gonna be like, see, y'all should have addressed the offensive line. I also wonder, kind of switching gears, since we put so many tight ends on the final 53, are we gonna
it.
utilize the tight ends more this season?
So that another great question. Actually, that was one of my main concerns because for me, you know how I love the tight end position. um, but with this position, I would have to say yes. And the only reason why I feel confident in saying that is because if you take a look at the end of the first season with McDaniel, he himself admitted I did not utilize the running game as much as I should have, and that'll be a point of emphasis the next year. And to me, it was. And you saw the success, the productivity in that O line. You see, you saw who we drafted in Chan that second year. You saw the development with him. You saw having that veteran with, even though people may not like him, Jeff Wilson and Mostert. So him saying that's what we're gonna focus on, and then seeing the implementation and it working, then the same thing happened this off season where he said we need to utilize our tight end group more, and that'll be an emphasis, moving forward for next year. So I can only go by what I've seen. If his track record stays the same for what he did with the running game, then I do believe this is a reason why they did what they did and kept all four of them. Because essentially, if you take a look at it, Tanner Connor can play kind of like a River Craig Craft, wide receiver tight end. If you take a look at it, same thing. You could even say that about John Smith. So with the way they have these four tight ends, I do believe that they are gonna make this a point of emphasis, and you're gonna see a lot of two tight end sets. You might even see three at some point. Even though I know we like speed, but these guys are pretty fast themselves. It'll be very interesting to see exactly how he does implement it, but I wouldn't be surprised that we actually start implementing even more two tight end sets this year. But it will be a point of emphasis, and I do believe he'll be able to accomplish it.
Well, I guess, and I'm not going to be here too long. You know, I barely grace the streets of spaces unless it's another conversation I'm into right now. But I'm wondering here, beyond personnel, right? Beyond that,
Mhm.
I still think our Achilles heel is that backside of the schedule after Thanksgiving. I'm not even going to say December because we've heard it so much.
Mhm.
Is it possible or feasible that McDaniel, because I don't know if you can do this, has a block of when something is not working and adjust? Because you could believe in something too much to where it's detrimental to the group. And I
Mhm.
think I saw that a lot, definitely in year two with Tyreek. Um, because that friendly, hey, my players want me to get them the ball, so I'm gonna do it. I believe in them, and eventually it's gonna work. And we saw that all unfold in front of our eyes on how when we played that second half of the schedule, and this year the second half of the schedule is brutal. So I'm
I call it
wondering.
murderer's row. Like, I mean, take a look. I don't know if you can see the screen, but I have it up here. It is murderer's row. If you take a look at this backside of the schedule, these last 6 weeks are tough.
I just wonder if McDaniel and even the team, because it's not, the players got to execute too. Because I'm not an all 22 person or whatever that film is, but in game you saw there was people that was open. In game you saw people drop the ball. In game you saw people miss assignments. So there's only so much at that level the coach can do. But it just seemed like there became a point with Mike McDaniel, and it's a little borderline cocky that he has a game plan, and that's what we're gonna do. And when you play these better teams that can adjust to the speed, I just wonder if that got worked on in the offseason. Only time would tell, but I think that's a big Achilles heel because a lot of those games we could have won if we're being very transparent. We could have won the Buffalo game in Miami. We definitely could have won the Tennessee game in Miami. And to me, those
Mhm.
two games alone changes the whole trajectory that you never see Kansas City on a historic cold day in NFL history. So I land there.
No, I think that that's perfectly right. You know what? Since I have you up here before you go, because I know you gotta go, let's go in the last 6 weeks. We got the Packers away, Jets at home, then Houston away, San Fran at home, and then we are away for Cleveland and away for the Jets. What do you think? Will How do you think right now? This is you know, the season starting. How do you think those last 6 games will go for us?
It's funny
What's
as
your
you say
record prediction?
that. You know I'm a woman in prayer, so we're gonna have to take this one game at a time. Give me these games one game at a time, and I just kind of think
Packers.
that no, I'm sorry, I don't think that one's gonna happen. No,
Okay. Jets at home. The first meeting.
yes, we'll
Yes.
win that.
Okay. Houston away.
Mm, yeah, that's hard to say, and the reason why it's hard because we don't know if Houston was a fluke. Let me come back to that one. That was a little bit.
Okay. Okay. We'll come back to that one. San Francisco at home.
When I think Mike McDaniel gonna want his lick back, just like with Denver, because a lot of people
Okay.
thought when we played Denver we were gonna lose that game, and we ended up putting 70 on them. So I know that sounds crazy, but I got that one as a W.
Okay. Okay. I like that. What about Browns away on a
Lost.
yeah Sunday night football?
Yeah, Browns. That's the one that's I just think they got to show me they can go in that those kind of conditions and win in that type of environment. So I got a loss for that one.
Yeah, because that's what the 29th. Oof. Oof. That was rough. Okay, and then you got Jets to be determined, but you already know this is gonna be in the new year. A. It's gonna be away, so it's gonna be in the Meadowlands. B, and then C. This will be flexed to either Saturday night or Sunday night because it always does. So you're looking at a nighttime game. No ability of having any sun assistance or anything like that
I think
for
you
the
get the
Jets.
W on that one. I think the Jets got more problems than we do, and I just think that I think that will also be one of those games where who is going to be is going to be a wild on Twitter because I think Tua will probably have a big game to kind of shut everybody up about the weather and all of that. But I think the Jets are dysfunctional within itself. So I got a W there.
Beautiful. Okay, now we gotta go back because you got 3 wins, 2 losses. We gotta go back to Houston. What are you thinking? Away.
Boy, it's hard because I like CJ Stroud. I like their coach. Woo! I don't know, sis. I'm about to make that a damn draw because that one's hard because I don't know. Again, last year I did not have them doing what they were doing, what they did. So I don't know what they're gonna look like. But just out of fan hit, I'll say a W. I'll say a W. But I am
Okay.
concerned. But the other, the Green Bay game. I just think that tundra is different. I'm sorry,
Oh
it's different.
yeah, it is different because they have all the lakes, right? 'Cause so it's you're getting the wind, you're getting the cold, you're getting. I mean, it could be, and that's what late November. That could be a snowy game. It could be. I don't know what I'm a Floridian, so I don't know how winter works
Oh, and
up
the
there.
Titans. I got our revenge for the Titans because that's the one game I think they're going to be focused after that embarrassing loss in December to that 5-win team. So I got a W for the Titans game.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, cause that was rough. We us losing. So how do you think we're gonna do week 1 and 2? Jackson and Bills at home.
I know this sounds crazy, but I am nervous about the Jacksonville game for so many reasons because we don't know what it looks
Why?
like. I don't know what that looks. I'm gonna be honest because I've been so focused on getting myself prepared for grad school. I haven't been really watching them, but it just seems to me continuity and all of those different dynamics, it wouldn't surprise me if they lose. But
Mm,
the Buffalo game, I think this goes back to Tua getting that money, the confidence. I think he wants to shut everybody up by not beating Josh Allen. So I think we have a higher probability than last year to beat them earlier in the season. That Jacksonville game worries me because like again, some of these guys haven't even touched the field. I don't know what the defense is going to look like. Um, there's a lot of good things that I see. I like the running game, what they created, and the other thing I think is we're not talking about special teams. I said this last year, and people got mad.
mm.
Special teams is something that we've overlooked for quite some time, and with these new rules, I'm just wondering how we're gonna fare. But it would surprise me if we lose the Jacksonville game, but then turn around and win the Buffalo game. But because there's so much storyline that you don't know, um, and the health. Like I don't know with Tyreek and Waddle are banged up, right? Or they just little knick-knack injuries that it's nothing serious. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention in the preseason.
Well, Tyreek and Waddle both have. I know Tyreek is the hand injury. Waddle is the hamstring. So when you have soft tissue like that, it could be a little worrisome, but they should be fine. I'm not too worried about those two. My thing is, I totally get what you mean by the Jags because they were already on their way of not just beating and winning their division. They honestly could have probably been like the number 3 team in the entire conference. Like that's how they were, trajected until Trevor Lawrence got injured. Had he not gotten injured, they probably would have been a very high seed in the AFC conference. But I still feel like it's gonna be very interesting. Now you said something. I don't know if you got a couple minutes here, real quick, because I couldn't believe this. Jets in complete disarray, according to Bleacher Report and from The Athletic. Anonymous agent says vibe around Aaron Rodgers' team, around Aaron Rodgers and the team is terrible. What do you think about that? Is that what you were referring to about them being?
Yeah, I mean, like I was always kind of a Rod fan. I kind of was upset that he had to wait so long to get drafted. And I hate that we didn't get him. But I just think like those last couple of years of Green Bay, he evolved into something that I don't like on the field. Is a diva, and I just think that that organization gave up so much for him and his demands, and I just think that could really rub other people the wrong way. And then you turn out with all that hype, you literally played 4 seconds and that was it. So I never agreed with the Jets, him going to the Jets, because again, it's New York City. There's a lot of pressure with playing in those type of lights. That's not Green Bay, Wisconsin. Um, but I think they're a hot mess. I think the Jets are going to be terrible this year. I also think Buffalo is going to give us the opportunity. We want to see Josh Allen without that weapon that he had, but I think we'll sweep the Jets convincingly. But to
Whew.
that Jacksonville game, I think it's going to be a good game. With no matter win or loss, I think it's going to be a good game because again, first game of the year, a lot of people going to be stars are finally out there. I mean, I know they're in shape, but they're playing in the Jacksonville. Little humidity there, not as much as Miami. But I think
Mhm.
I want to challenge McDaniel to manage that clock and because to me that's one of the biggest things that they do. Sometimes they score too fast and they put their defense on the field too much. And that's never good, especially when you got a lot of guys that's recovering, coming back from some things. Oh, is Phillips coming back? Is he coming back game one?
So Jalen Phillips, look, from what Mike McDaniel said, and even and Greer said it too. They're very excited. They love the way that he's progressed so far this off season. They want him to go ahead and be able to go ahead and come and play. It's not already determined that he will play week one. And to be, if I'm gonna be honest with you, he might not even play the first two games. And the reason being is they still want to make sure that they evaluate him and that they make sure that he's good because the last thing they want is for him to re-injure himself and be out for the entire season. So they made an emphasis on he's looking really good. They're excited about him coming back. But essentially it's week to week at this point with him because they don't want to rush him and then and force an injury because it will be a detriment. And now if by I would say if by next week Wednesday, I think if by next week Wednesday, once they go through their walkthrough, or maybe even Thursday, if they feel very confident based on his explosiveness and the way that he's doing, that he might be able to go ahead and start the week one. They might not start him. They might bring him in. What do you call it? They might bring him in within the game. They might not necessarily start him, in my opinion. But I do think that we should know. We should probably know by Thursday whether or not he's gonna start that week one game or not. I just don't think that they should. I'd rather him sit.
Well, I would also say amazing effort for him to even come back this fast. And they do have sometimes you got to save the player from himself. We hear that a lot more on the basketball side.
Exactly.
But I'm interested what to see the defense is like because remember we've had two variations of defense. We had kind of that ball where everybody
Mhm.
didn't like how he was aggressive and then passive, and then obviously the Big Fangio story. We went from let's wait, let's wait, let's wait, let's see what his defense does to get him out of here. He's toxic. So I'm curious. Now they got the guy that they want, and everybody's kumbaya. Everybody's happy. They're getting to play in the roles that they want to play in. I'm curious to see what the defense looks like, but like that whole dynamic of McDaniel and Tua, that's gonna be interesting to see because I know I didn't speak about it much because people always say I'm a Tua hater and a Flores apologist, but I think that interview that Tua did it put some pressure on him. He's really paying attention because now people are gonna look at this and say, "Hey, you got your money, you got your coach, you got your weapons. Now it's time to put up." That people ain't gonna want to hear about the O line. They're not gonna want to hear about injuries. They're gonna hear that you got everything that you need to do what you got to do. And I'm just curious on how he's gonna deal with that. That's a different type. Me personally, I wish he would have kept it to himself or taught the flow.
Agreed.
But now, I'm sure during the game it's going to be brought up. I'm sure during the Jacksonville game they're going to bring up the interview. And to me, like that's unless he's going to thrive off of it, then all means if that was more fuel you needed to perform even more. Some guys need that, but I'm not sure he understands that there's a different expectation now because at this point, there's no more hate to use the word, no more excuses. You got your money, you got your coach. Tyreek is locked in, Waddle is locked
Mhm.
in. You got you got these track stars behind and you got a coach that's the next thing since sliced bread, that some people believe. But I don't know. I mean, he may go out there and give us a show in Jacksonville, and boy, with the Twitter and YouTube is going to be unbearable with the gotcha moments. But if he doesn't do well, it works the other way. That's why I'm with Lewis. What being we push ways on a couple of subjects, but I'm sick of the fan base not being fair. You got to be fair. If you're gonna hold one accountable, you got to hold them all accountable with the same amount of pressure. And that Mike McDaniel press conference, when I heard it, I thought people was gonna explode, and it literally was quiet. Nobody really said much about him saying the exact same thing Chris Greer said. So, but I'm gonna land my plane.
You guys are more worried than we are about the O line. Mm.
Yeah, I mean, to me, but to be fair, what Lewis was saying, I think it's not being spoken enough, and I don't know if it's strategic, and that's what I put in the comments. I don't know if Greer is doing this to say, "Hey, I support this coach," and I literally support every decision that he makes. Because let's be honest, he did not do that to Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio was on the record of certain players that he needed and that he wanted, and he went against that. Now, a lot of people are not bringing that into this gumbo of, oh, Greer supports his coaches, and that's why he does what he does. That's not true. Because Vic Fangio was, I think it was a press conference or interview something where he came out and he said, "I don't have the pieces that I need." Or again, I'm not quoting because I know you got some fact checkers in here that.
So, yeah. No, but he said it in preseason.
So, but Greer, and then even remember when we had the injuries, right? And Greer was finding some cats that he knew that used to play football off the streets of Miami, and Banjo. And I don't know if he was just ready to go and just was being shady, but he was like he didn't even know who these guys were until he came to practice, and he's like, "Hey, wait a minute, you're here." So I don't know if I agree 100%. You know, I think Greer is shady. Anybody that wear hats with suits in public is shady to me. But I don't know if he's just fully supporting him, or if things go wrong, you can say, "Hey, I got the coach what he wanted," or is it really that he believes in Mike McDaniel and McDaniel and but McDaniel, if that's the case, you got to be smarter than that. You out of everybody, I think, is the most unsafe with a job. Greer has proved that he can survive
Oh yeah.
multiple cleansing. Tua just got his deal. So guess who is the one person if they do cut Sling Globe? It's you. So I would be tightrope. Look, it'll be a lot of he don't comment the stuff anyway. He just give you word salad. But I wouldn't put nothing that you could put my name to because I just think if it goes bad, they could easily say, "Oh well, Mike McDaniel wanted this, and we gave the coach what he wants." So clearly, I don't know, or maybe he does support his vision. If you're not in the room, it's hard to kind of dictate what's true and what's not. The only thing we know is football is back. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. I land my plane.
Well, thank you, Nan. And True Blazer in the chat definitely agrees with you. Hats and suits, it's mad sus. But no, no. I mean, I totally get where you're coming from as far as the team. And you're right. The guy that, and you've seen since the minute Mike McDaniel got into this team, Chris Greer has already put in that line out there of, I'm giving him what he wants. Even Greer, even Ross said it too. The decision of the quarterback is going to be the head coach's decision. So he chose Tua. He chose, the team, and Greer has been putting it out there. I'm giving him what he wants. These are the players we can get, and now it's gonna be up to Mike McDaniel to make something happen. Because if he doesn't, he'll be the next day out. And then I'm thinking, how many coaches have been fired since? But that's a topic for another day. Nene, I appreciate you coming through.
I'm still here. I know I've been in spaces where One guy will literally give you a 20-minute soliloquy, and I like, Lord, this is what they mean by landing the plane. This is unbearable. Jesus Christ. I have to write down my rebuttal this is taking. So I'm trying to do shorter planes and respect the flow. But I just like, to me, something about it doesn't seem right. And it seems like McDaniel, maybe he's just so happy to be a head coach that he's not seeing what could possibly happen if this doesn't go right. Like it
Mm,
literally comes on him that because again, Greer's little cunning little laugh that y'all y'all more worried about the offensive line. Oh, what he said, me and Mike just talked about it the other day. You guys are more concerned. And when he said me and Mike, I said, well, damn, Mike McDaniel somewhere his ear is burning because Greer just threw him under that bus. The question was from you. Why are you bringing up Mike? But to me, that was just like, I don't know. I just anybody wear hats and the suits in the building and smile like Greer, I don't trust them. I wouldn't trust. I wouldn't put my money in his bank account. But I'm just saying, McDaniel, and then he follows it up, and I like Sanford is some big dummy. He gets in the press conference and say, "Oh, Mike, I mean, he was right. This is what we believe in." I'm like, boy, if you don't protect yourself, but I do. Somebody said in the comments, I do think if something does go left, McDaniel will still have a job somewhere in the
And,
NFL. I
and
do.
can I just say one thing real quick?
mhm.
All right, I'm landing.
Breaking news: Mike McDaniel just signed a new contract extension through 2028.
Are you serious?
According to Jeff Darlington, have
I'm
with that
checking
what
it.
you guys want because it's obviously
I'm
hot
checking
seat
it right
about Mike
now.
now, so it's cool.
I'm checking it right now. Are you serious? Or you not messing with me? Oh, 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 ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what just happened with. Oh, what is this showing up here? Oh, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what happened with the ladies. They both left. Shout out to Finsanity for breaking in. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, according to Chef Jeff Darlington, Miami Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel has signed a new contract that extends him through the 2028 season. Sources said under McDaniel, the Dolphins have had a top ranked offense in the NFL in 2023, first time since 1994. They also had their first back to back playoff appearance in 23 years. I'm told McDaniel has an especially strong working relationship with GM Chris Greer, CEO Tom Garfinkel, and cap guru Brandon Shore. It's the type of cohesive group that owner Steve Ross covets. Playoff wins are obviously the final piece to the puzzle, but the organization believes McDaniel is the coach to lead them there. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. You are getting it live. Ladies and gentlemen, live breaking news. This is why you want to watch Miss Phins. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. This is huge, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely huge. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? This is what the organization wants to go ahead and do. And I am so here for it. I'm loving it. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. To Wow, this is interesting. Can you imagine what Mike McDaniel will look like in 2028 after being in Miami for that long? Uh, because obviously we all know his evolution. But wow, Nene, breaking news. Shout out to you for sanity.
Yeah,
Breaking.
and
We
I
were
just
just talking about this.
right, and to me that don't move my plane because didn't Fidel Flores get a contract extension and they sent his butt packing? I'm just
He
telling
got the
you.
5 year contract. Yeah.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I hear you. It look good on the slide, but I'm telling you right now, if it come down to the succession of command, Ross ain't going nowhere. Greer ain't going nowhere. Tua ain't going nowhere. And I'm just unless here's another narrative. If they're perfectly fine with just butts in the seats, and merch, then nobody moves. But if the clear objective is what they allegedly say, and is year after year after year after year, then somebody will have to move. You get where I'm going with this? Two things could be true. If they are comfortable with the kumbayas and the boys club meeting at the house and kissing babies and wearing Santa suits, if that's what they want to do, and that's fine. But if their goal is winning and it's another season or two without that ultimate goal, then somebody will be on the chopping block. And I just don't think Aloysius is going to be that. I've been told y'all that Christopher Aloysius Greer the third ain't going nowhere. He know where the bodies are laid. And Ross, unless he goes home to Jesus, he ain't going nowhere. And I don't think they're going to take Tua nowhere. To me, my comment is still standing 10 funky little toes down, even the little pinky toe, that if it all went down to the crapper, Mike McDaniel and his pants would be somewhere else. I'm just saying,
Listen.
no, we done seen it before. Even in other sports, NBA, the guy got coach of the year, and they fired him.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the Celtics coach.
No,
I forgot his
Toronto.
name.
It was Toronto. I think it was Toronto. He got coach of the year, an extension, and then they fired him because a lot of times these things are on emotions. But I don't know if I said this before and people got mad at me. I don't know if Ross, if the Super Bowl is what he's wanting, I just don't know if he's just that naive, but you don't survive in business the way he survived in business and become naive. I'm just saying if the thing doesn't go right, I think the least likely to lead the ship is McDaniel. I don't think it's Greer. I think Greer will always be safe. And Tua right now is safe.
Hmm.
Because that will be a
This
crap
is
show.
this is interesting because you know what? Oh my God, it's Friday. I'm getting the Friday vibes. This is phenomenal, and this is one of the reasons why um I wanted to go ahead and take a look at this because, ladies and gentlemen, I told you guys earlier this off season, I'm so over this coaching carousel. I'm over this regime carousel. I'm over having to always get somebody brand new every single time. I'm over it. I told everybody, extend Mike McDaniel for 10 years. I don't care. Give him a chance to win and fail. But I want some continuity. Ladies and gentlemen, we have it. This may not be the listen. We all have different football backgrounds of the type of football we may like or may not like. But you cannot deny that the teams that have been most successful in the last 60 years are the ones who have continuity in both front office, coaching, and heck and team. And do I need to name them? The Steelers, ladies and gentlemen, the Patriots, Kansas City Chiefs, at one point the Giants. Like, you have to have continuity. This is all I've been asking for as a young football fan, as a young Dolphin fan. This is what I was looking for, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Mark my words, and I don't care if you're hearing me this. And Nene, give me a minute because I'm gonna be on this real quick. I need everybody to hear this out for a second. You're hearing me right now, and I'm gonna say this, ladies and gentlemen. The Miami Dolphins will win, and clip me. The Miami Dolphins will win a Super Bowl within the next. Now I want to say the next 3 years. Honestly, this year, next year, and the year after that. 24, 25, 26. Mark my words. This is what the team wants to do. This is what they want to put their their all their eggs in. I'm for it, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what you needed. You needed continuity. Not to get all this done in this off season. Listen, and Nanny's right. We come back and they can cut everybody next year. We know this. This is not true. This is 1000% true. But this is the first time in my entire life that the Miami Dolphins have put a team in place with continuity. And again, we may not be the football that we like. It may not be the type of players we even want. At the end of the day, I'm going to stick to what I've said. I don't care who gets me the Super Bowl. It's always going to be the logo above all. I don't care who. Because one thing I can guarantee, nobody is going to be here in 20 years. I'm going to still be here, though. This logo's still going to be here, though. So, ladies and gentlemen, clip me and I don't care. Feel free. The Dolphins will win a Super Bowl within the next 3 years, including this year. This year, next year, the year after that. That's what that tells me. They're going all in. And you know what? And I said this earlier this year, earlier this show today. If Mike McDaniel is the Steve Kerr of the Miami Dolphins, then guess what? Championships, ladies and gentlemen. Championships is the only thing I'm expecting out of this team. Don't give me no, well, we want to playoff. I don't give a about playoff wins. Super Bowls. You better be making the Super Bowl every single season. Super Bowl, people. That's the expectation. Super Bowls. That is the only thing that matters, ladies and gentlemen. Super Bowls. Don't talk to me about nothing else. If it's not Super Bowls, don't talk to me. That's the only standard, period. And everybody gets a shot. 2 teams in each conference. That's it. I don't care about the Chiefs being in the way. I don't care about Bills being in the way or Trash Allen or whatever. It's Super Bowl. That's it. Every single season, you heard me. My team wants to go all in on this regime. They want to go all in on this quarterback. They want to go in on this revolving O-line. You know what? I am no longer worried. Just like I put my hands up last off season. If Chris Greer is going to tell me I'm more worried about the O-line than they are, then you know what? I am no longer, ladies and gentlemen, worried about the O-line. I'm not worried about the wide receivers. I'm not worried about the secondary or the D-line. I'm not worried about any aspect of this team, ladies and gentlemen. The Miami Dolphins are here to win a Super Bowl, and that's this year, period. This year, period. This year, period. And that's the only expectation I'm willing to have. And you know what? I'm here for it, ladies and gentlemen. I am here for it. Welcome back, Nene. I had to say that. I had to get that off my chest. Because we were just talking about this, and I was talking about this earlier today.
Well, and just so, because I can't fact check, but I'm sure that Flores did get an extension, because I remember I was pissed off about it when he got it, when he was with us. And they fired him. I mean, it's not uncommon practice that people get contract extensions, and then based off of the production, they can get fired. It's not a lifetime in
He
blood
never got
contract.
an extension. He got a 5-year contract. That was the
Oh,
difference.
he got the 5-year contract. Oh,
He's 5 years was his initial contract. Yeah. He got initially the longest contract we've given a head coach
that's what it
with
was.
the
He
last
got
20. It was 5 years.
5 years. Okay.
5-year
Um,
contract. That was his first contract. Yeah.
but my whole point, like I said, I still think it all depends on what their true goals are. If you lock this in for what the next how many seasons, and
24,
it's
25, 26, 27, 28. That's 5 years.
5 years, you trying to tell me of sound mind, if this team is one and done or doesn't get to a Super Bowl, that people in the community are still going to want to see more, just like what you just said. They want to see a Super Bowl. Most of us that are in the 40 bracket, we remember playoff wins, but even us, we didn't get to see the Super Bowl because we were born the last time they went to a actual Super Bowl. So we was in Pampers and in Similac and on our mama's titty. We weren't a nipple.
Not really.
We weren't we
Not
weren't Some people weren't even alive. So again, I still stick to my assessment that if we had to do a pecking order, he would not be the one that stays. I don't think Ross is going to give up on this project again unless he dies. And I just think Greer is someone that Ross trusts. He survived multiple cleansings in 2 decades. He survived. So I still stick to that. But again, congratulations to Mike McDaniel. You never want to hate on anyone getting a promotion of any kind. But
Mm-hmm.
now he got pressure on him still to produce. He got pressure on him to produce. You still got to get a job done.
Oh my God, ladies and oh my God, I got another one for you. Sorry, Nene, give me 2 seconds. I just got another one for you that I've been saying too. Did I not tell you the Miami Dolphins? I said this now for the last 2 off seasons. The Miami Dolphins are treating Tua and the organization like back in the day quarterbacks. We're gonna give them 4, 5, 6 years to develop, to have them for the next 10 years. And now we're doing the same thing with our young head coach. I mean, you could just see it. You see it. But go ahead, continue with what you were saying.
No,
It
I
just
mean
came to me.
it's literally a merry-go-round of the same thing that this this means what? Like this, he still got a job to do. Like it's not like okay, we signed him for 5 years. Who we going to the Super Bowl? No, he still has, especially the comments. What I came here to talk about, the comments that he made yesterday about the offensive line. If that does not bode well, people that are objective are still going to hold him accountable for his words. Period. Free speech is free, but accountability also comes when you say things. So he goes on the record and says this offensive line is the best thing. Now, what I don't like, and I'm going to land here, when it doesn't work, does injuries give you more of a lifeline? I'm not going to use the word excuse. If it doesn't work and injuries happen, is that a quantifier to say he's not responsible? You can't call injuries. That's my question to the room and to you, Miss Finn.
Well, I appreciate you for that question. Great question. I mean, every team deals with injuries, so it is what it is. At this point, yeah, it is what it is at this point. Injuries will happen. Every team goes through it. It just depends on the severity and were you prepared enough with your backups and next man up mentality. Michelle, welcome back from your meeting. Yes, we are talking about breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Mike McDaniel has signed a new contract extension till the 2028 season per sources. So congratulations to Mike the Swag. He uh he secured the bag for himself and his family as well. Everybody's getting a contract. Ladies and gentlemen, the Miami Dolphins are becoming the Steelers slash Saints slash Patriots slash is there Kansas City Chiefs all at once. I just hope it all extends to what I really want, which is but nothing but Super Bowls. You got no excuse. Now, one thing that I will say is collecting injury prone players, which is what Greer is notorious and known for, is something that I will call out if we do have any injury concerns, because at the end of the day, although I'm all for giving guys second chances and all that, and no, you cannot predict when people are gonna get injured, but he has a propensity to go ahead and get nothing but injured players. So, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news live. All 350 of you guys catching us live, thank you so much. Hit that like button. Go follow me on Twitter and Twitch, guys. On YouTube, we're trying to get to 1,500 subs. I can only do that with you guys, so go ahead and do that because right now, this is hot. This is steamy, ladies and gentlemen. The Miami Dolphins have become, like I said, the Steelers slash Patriots slash Kansas City Dolphins at this point. and I can't wait to it. But Miami Kid is correct. We want success. This is it. You can't charge this amount of money for season tickets and for water and for all this stuff in the stands and not give us a good product, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, if Mike McDaniel is gonna be the Steve Kerr, ooh, Super Bowls, Super Bowls.
Miss Finch, can you highlight Michelle's comment? And that's exactly what I said. Most fans that are objective, keyword objective, because you have homers and then you have extremists and then you have other people. But those who are objective, look at this news from two lenses. What you said, continuity. Now everybody in the room has damn job security. Insecure because allegedly that's the narrative that some people don't perform because of their mental and they're not sure where they are. They don't know who they are. Everybody in the room should know their first and last name and know that there's a check coming for multiple seasons, right? But you still gotta go out there and do the job. And one thing I learned about this fan base, we are on emotions. When we get certain people get crazy and be like, "Oh, we're gonna win it all." And then when we lose against Kansas City, them same people like, "I'm done with the Dolphins. They always messed up." And that's why I say objective fans are still, even though we were having this conversation about Mike McDaniel and his lifespan, and it broke as we were having this conversation. I think most objective fans still want to see Mike McDaniel improve on the second half of the season, right?
Absolutely.
They still want to see what he's going to do with utilizing not just Tyreek Hill and the the sexy weapons, the in-game adjustments, right? And when you stand behind a podium and you tell the fan base, basically, we're laughing at what you're saying, we're concerned about because I believe in this offensive line. Listen, heavy the head that wears the crown. You put your name to something,
Mm-hmm.
people are going to want to see the
Mm-hmm.
production. And that's why I'm forming the question again, because I would love for you to poll this. If injuries happen, do we give this season a pass? Because that's been to me the consensus of the last 2 years. Well, if Tua didn't get hurt, we were going to the Super Bowl. Well, if everybody but Tua didn't get hurt, we were going to the Super Bowl. So how long does that substantiate itself as a legitimate reason, or is it not a reason?
Mm,
So that's why I asked it earlier.
mm, mm. Listen, this is huge. I will tell you this. It's going to be part of the conversation no matter what, either way. And Michelle says, in case you can't read it and you're just listening and tuning in, I'll reserve judgment on the extension to see if we do something substantial this year. All I want is a Super Bowl victory. I'm 100% there with you. I think this is, and you know what? It's I understand your trepidation, Michelle and Nene. For me, I'm the same way. The only thing that for me, I always like to be surprised. You know what I mean? Oh God, ugh. I always like to be surprised, but at the end of the day, oh, excuse me, sorry. This has to be it. This has to be it. At the end of the day, we have to. Oh gosh, sorry. Excuse me. We have to be able to get over the hump. Period. We have to get over this hump. What's up, Shake Money? And this is it. This is it. I mean, there's nothing else. This is live, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, 360 of you guys watching live. This is breaking news. Shout out to Finsanity for letting us know. And shout out to Jeff Darlington reporting it, guys. This is whoa. This is intense. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have something to say, I'll take a couple minutes real quick for you guys to go ahead and say this is really good. I mean, I love it. I love it. I want continuity. At least do something you haven't done before, which is have continuity. So I'm here for it. You know, I'm here for it. And at the end of the day, this is all we can do. This is all we can do. It's just work on getting the best out of this team. And you know what? This team, this season will set the tone for the next couple years because it will allow teams it would allow the team to really push forward and get over that hump. I mean, there's just no other way of saying it, ladies and gentlemen. Brewer apparently, according to David Furones, is questionable for week one. That means that you can expect either Liam Eichenberg or um Meyer to be our starting center. So Andrew Meyer or Liam Eichenberg will be the starting center probably for week one. We'll have to see about that. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, breaking news. Mike McDaniel got his contract extension, guys. This is phenomenal. I mean, I don't know what with with people's jobs being secure, let's just say that for at least this year, Nene. Do you think that this how far do you think the team will go?
I
Yeah.
think I think job security is important no matter what you do. Um, but there's another side to that hurricane. There's an expectation when I pay you. You know, it's not like you just hear. It's why I keep bringing up the health because it seems like that will be a disclaimer. We're already going into the season with a disclaimer in reference to health and how much you hold that as weight on why or why not they're performing is the conundrum. It's a hard question to ask because this team, for whatever the reason may be, has these challenges with health that it makes one wonder if they were fully healthy or in better health than what they continue to show us, how far would they go? Um, and I don't know. I really don't know. But and that's why that week one prediction, I'm really iffy about it. Because I don't know what we're gonna look like going in with health. So I know that just I just really tap dance on your question, but I feel a lot of pressure with answering it because how much do I value injuries? How much will Odell? Because you know what, I heard something strange on the space. I won't say who because I don't want to start that kind of war. But someone actually said the Odell Beckham injury that they're happy that it's now that way we can use him later in the season. And I'm just like, what are we doing here? So you don't want it's not like the person was saying they didn't want him to be healthy, but it was just like if I had to choose, I'll prefer the injury to be now versus later. But you know what later is? It's less heat on those joints and ankles and everything else you got going on. Later is
Later's too late.
yeah, later is but see, our fan base want it's like that relationship with that very attract. You want it to work so damn bad that you will come up with these ideas in your head to justify that this thing is gonna work. But Ms. Phins, I know we got another person on the panel, so I'm gonna land. I don't know how to answer that question because again, I'm on the record now based off of what's happened this off season one game at a time. I don't have an expectation left or right with this team. They've broken my heart so many times. They put me in so many times where I thought, like when we won, 11, 12 games, I was like, ooh, we finally did it. There's no way we're going to lose all these games. There's no way that Buffalo going to walk us down like a school child. And there's no way this is happening that we're playing Kansas City. No way. And it happened. So I listen, I learned that wall hurts when you run at it at full speed. So one
It
game at
really
a
does.
time. I
It
land there.
That's
really
like with
does.
it's like with Jacksonville. Everybody says we're going to beat Jacksonville. We haven't beat them yet. Not since Trevor took over.
Wow. This is this is huge, man. This is
Uh,
huge.
I mean, I would like to say we could beat them, but we haven't proved it. Just like Buffalo, we haven't really beaten Buffalo. They own us. It's sad and it's
Until we do
frustrating,
it.
but
Yeah,
until you beat them, and
exactly.
Jacksonville's got our number too, just like Tennessee.
I don't
Oh,
know who
highlight.
the last coach, AB, and everybody asking. I'm not sure who the last coach got an extension. I know the current coach, and that's Mike McDaniel, who got a contract extension. That's about it. So, but
Uh,
this is
Highlight.
huge.
Highlight King Mill's comment. See, again, most of these people, for the most part, that are grounded are answering it the same way that it should be answered.
I'll wait until the end of the season to speak on this extension. I still have questions, and McDaniel play calling is iffy, and he calls the same plays over and over. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm here for it. And you know what, guys? I feel the same way. But I also want to be able to enjoy this season. You know what I mean? I need to enjoy this season. Listen, football, outside of work, outside of family, and all that. This is the time to have fun. And for me, I'm gonna enjoy this. This is what I've wanted. Is some continuity. If he ends up being the Steve Kerr to our Mark Jackson, then I'm all for it. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna have fun. And you know what? You could like it or not, but it is happening. This is who we have. And now, don't get me wrong. And I think Nene said it, and I said it too. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody could be fired next year, and we'll just be in cap hell for like a million years. But this isn't set in stone. This is just another thing. But again, we haven't we haven't seen this in a while. This is what I've been asking for over 10 years. Guys, I have met every head coach that we've had with the exception of I think two in the last like 10 years. And now I just I just need us to just win the Super Bowl, man. Again, I don't care. This is what you guys think. Oh, well, let me make sure I get this right. Oh, where all the Watson people are? I'm like, can some of you guys who may still be hurt if somebody else asks for a different player or a different coach, can you maybe seek some help too? I don't think I hear people anymore about wanting to have anyone. We have the team that we have. It is what it is. Why it's like you know what it is? It's like that nagging woman. I'm gonna put this, yes, as a woman, I'm gonna say this. That nagging woman that continues to just bring up that one time that you forgot to do something years ago, or that one time that you wanted something but you couldn't get it. And it's like, do we still got naggers in this community? is that
Uh,
is that what it is? Because
that
I feel like we have a
that
lot of
sounds
naggers.
familiar.
A lot
Sounds
of
familiar.
naggers, and if the shoe fits, that's all I gotta say. So can we not, again, naggers, I'm gonna call you out because you're definitely one of them. Maybe I love you, but can the nagging, is it okay? Or is this just you trying to seek attention? Because hey, I'm with it. If you want the attention, I'm giving it to you, so it's working. But can we? Because I'm pretty sure no one has talked about Watson in the last like year at least. So I don't get it. I don't understand. See, the difference is Tua Tagovailoa part of the Miami Dolphins, Lance?
I believe
Is he
so.
part of the Miami? You think so, right?
Last I
Oh,
checked on the
hmm.
roster, I think he's on there. I'm pretty
He's
sure.
on here, right? Oh,
Yeah, I think so. I think
oh,
so. Yeah,
okay. So he's still part of the 53. So it
yeah,
makes
yeah, yeah.
sense to talk about him, right? Being that he's still part of the 53. right?
I guess, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I
okay,
would imagine.
okay.
Miss
Do you
Fence,
see the
I would.
difference? Do you see the difference, folks?
Miss Fence,
Like,
I have
come
a
on.
question because I know you. I don't know the other gentleman, but I wanted to kind of reroute this question to something else. Given that the Florida Panthers just won the Stanley Cup, and if the University of Miami, which I think they will believe, I believe they'll get to a playoff game. I think they have a real shot at it this year. Do
I
you
know.
think if the Hurricanes with the Florida Panthers winning the Stanley Cup, the Heat are already been the Heat?
Hmm.
Does that put more pressure on the Miami Dolphins to get something done in
Oh
terms of
yeah.
Miami sports in general?
Absolutely, because you have to think about it. Look,
They don't want to be the
the
only losing team.
in the last 20 years, in the last 20 years, the Marlins have won the World Series. The Heat have won the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Panthers just won the Stanley Cup. The Canes in 2001 they won as well. Heck, and if you want to go, I mean, we're talking about South Florida. We're not even talking about the rest of the state, which is even more, recent. So at the end of the day, yeah, this puts pressure because this is a football town. We love football. Every other sport is secondary to football, period. But come on, like how many more years, dude? It's 50, d- 51 years now since we've 50. Is it 51 years?
A
Well,
long
I
No,
time.
think I
yeah.
think 83 we went.
I
At 83 we went, right? 83, 84 to the Super Bowl.
We went to 83. I'm talking about winning it. We
Oh, well,
went to
yeah,
it.
that's
Yeah,
back in the 70s, 72.
yeah. 73 is the last
70.
time we won.
I was like 3 years old.
So, oh smokes, really?
Yep.
Awesome. Man, my parents were like toddlers.
That's what I was. I was three
Like,
years old when that happened.
yeah. So I get it.
I mean, I have a
Um,
little bit of memory of that, but not a whole lot.
but you see what I mean? So, like right now in South Florida, the Canes, you're right. They can. They're sliding themselves to be, playoff team this year for the college football.
I think they get in. I really do. And I
I
have a
hope
lot
they
of
get in because you know what they did last year to what was the team? What was the team that literally went undefeated and was it
Florida
Florida?
State. Florida
Yeah,
State.
Florida
Florida
State,
State.
FSU.
Look,
I'm like, if it happened to one of her in
No,
Florida
but you
State,
know they changed it to where it's 12 playoff spots this year.
thank God, because
So
they needed to.
so
They knew they needed to.
so I still think just the ACC is wide open, especially with Florida State losing in week 0, but I just think the way Mario has built it, unlike the other team, the trenches and the way that he's built that talent, I just think they're going to hit. I just wonder, but here's my thing. Is the pressure really on? Do you think the front office or the staff even cares about what everybody else is doing in the city?
no,
Mm,
I don't
It
think
may
so.
that may be pressure
mm.
for us as fans, but I'm at the point where I don't think they care. Like they're too jovial of
They're they're
losing.
they're making their paycheck.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are at a fork because if what Nene is saying, if I'm picking up what she's saying is that means that the Dolphins right now are either into a trajectory. Either we go the Cowboys route where perennial playoff team, always making it, might even make it even the Packers route, perennial team, always making it. Let me go even further in our division. The Bills making it and never going nowhere? Or are we going to be on the opposite route of the Kansas City Chiefs making it and winning the Super Bowl? Or Tampa Bay making it and winning the Super Bowl? Or the Rams making it and winning the Super Bowl? Like, that's
Yeah, this
Well,
That's I think where the fork is at.
That's
That's
Tampa Bay
interesting.
Super Bowl was cheating.
Well,
That's
Everybody
I
not cheating.
undercut. No,
That
I'm
I'm
wasn't
just
saying
cheating.
kidding. No,
I
I
just
was kidding. I was just
No, I'm about
kind of making
to.
because everybody was taking a pay cut, getting all the good players.
Of course, of course.
Hey, it is what it is. If it works, it works.
Exactly. If it works, it works. But I'll tell you this: it's just interesting to see these things that the team is doing because you want to you want to see this. At least I know I wanted to see this. I've been wanting to have continuity in my team for years, man. I remember when we drafted Deion Jordan, I met that entire team with Coach Philbin, Cam Wake, all of them, and the entire team. I got pictures in the entire team, and I can't wait to see what this does because I remember saying this a couple of years ago. Guys, look at the most successful. Nene, we were just talking about this literally 20 minutes ago, maybe 30 minutes ago. Look at the teams that have made progress and have been successful. The Steelers, 3 coaches in the last 60 years, multiple Super Bowls. Patriots, 1 head coach in the last 20 some years, multiple Super Bowls. Kansas City, in the last what, 8 years? In the last 8 years, same head coach, multiple Super Bowls. And right now, you're seeing the continuity. I've yet to see a team that has had continuity that didn't get success. Even Tom Conklin with the Giants, long term, 2 Super Bowls. With Eli, 2 Super Bowls. So you see that continuity is very important to establish the team, the culture of everything. And if we switch sports, look at Spolstra. Look at them. Look at Miami. Look at the Golden State Warriors. Look at the Celtics in the what was it, the 70s. Look at the Bulls in the 80s and 90s.
I'm good with
Like,
McDaniels.
we need to establish a baseline. We need to establish a culture. If this is the culture that the Miami Dolphins wants to have, I'm here for it because this is what I got. I don't have nothing else. I'm here for it. I just won the Super Bowl. That's it.
I'm good with McDaniels. I'd rather have had Flo, but McDaniels is good too. So
That's fine. It's a different type of coaching,
yeah,
period.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't need to bring one person down to bring
No,
another person
no, to
up.
bring
And
there
right.
you go.
Yeah,
that's what I don't like. I don't need to bring another person down to bring someone else up because then you're doing a disservice to the person you're trying to bring up. And that's where I get frustrated.
and I mean Flo cared about our players. Like how many head coaches you go out there and about to brawl with an actual player?
And I haven't even brought that up, but I still remember that. He almost
That was
fought
like
that
he
entire
did that
bench.
like yeah he that was like twice I think he did that.
Hmm.
He ran out there. You don't see that. I guarantee you ain't gonna see McDaniel doing that.
Yeah, no, he's too tired.
But I wonder, both that's on the panel and in room. So it's clear that they believe in this regime.
Regime.
So now my
Yeah.
question is, this regime versus the competition. Is it
Okay.
enough to beat Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid? Is it
No,
enough to beat, some of the other teams that you may have to go through in order to get? Because let's be honest, and I'm not, Miami Dolphin hat off. All roads go through. You got to beat Kansas City.
You
You
gotta be
got to
Kansas
beat.
City.
You
Yeah,
got to
there's
beat.
no other.
Is McDaniel at the level where he can outcoach an Andy Reid? Is Tua at the level where he can outcoach Patrick Mahomes? I mean,
Outplay. So yeah,
outplay Patrick Mahomes. And the defense is a wash because when it comes down to it, we know when the moment get tough, that is going to be the coach or the quarterback. Do
I
you
can answer
think?
that.
Okay,
Yeah, I can
that's
answer.
enough right there.
I can answer that right now, and I'm going to answer it live right now for everybody, ladies and gentlemen. We have to also take into consideration too. There's levels to this. Andy Reid is not Andy Reid without several years under his belt. The man is the only, and by the way, Andy Reid is the only head coach in the NFL of all time to have over 100 wins in two separate franchises, ladies and gentlemen. The only one. So he's got experience as a head coach. I'm not going to do a disservice to my head coach, Mike McDaniel, who's I still consider a rookie head coach, developmental head coach. I'm not going to compare him to a multiple time Super Bowl winning head coach like an Andy Reid, like uh what the heck is this man's name? Bill Belichick, so on and so forth. Why? Because again, he's where they were when they started. You see where I'm going with this? So now that he's starting to establish his regime, I have to compare it to where those coaches were back then. But to your point and your question, is it enough to compete? I truly think it is. Ladies and gentlemen, with our seven string backup quarterback, we almost beat the Bills in the playoffs. If it wasn't for a couple of moves here and there, we would have beat the playoff. We would have beat them in the playoffs. A couple plays. And the Miami Dolphins would have been the one beating them in the playoffs. How many times and how many games have we been in that essentially we beat ourselves? Twice versus Kansas City last year. I will never forget that. Both games we were in that game. We beat ourselves. Both of them. And I'm including the Germany one and the playoff one. We have been in these games. In every single game, with the exception, I would say, and actually, no, we were still in the Ravens game last year until it was too much, and the defense, it was too much for the defense at that point. But, ladies and gentlemen, that game wasn't out of reach till after the third quarter. In that first half, we were in the game. They just stacked the board at the end of the game. But if you take a look at it, the Dolphins were in that game for the first 2 quarters and a quarter in the third. We were in that game still. Same thing with Philadelphia. We were in that game as well. We beat ourselves. So when
Well,
this team starts beating itself, we'll be able to go ahead and actually get over that hump and start beating these other teams. But you know what? They're gonna never give us the title of contenders. We'll be pretenders, and they're not wrong. We'll be pretenders until we do it, which is true. We won't be the division kings until we beat Bills, which is true. But let me tell you something. At this point, I don't want nobody rooting for them. I don't want the media at all to mention the Miami Dolphins, and I don't want them to give us any hype. I want our games and our gameplay to speak for us. Period. And that's just what I got to say this. But you guys go ahead. Go ahead, Lance.
I've totally lost thought. See, I agree with you, but at the same time, we can't even beat Buffalo, and Buffalo can't even beat Kansas City at the end of the day. Whether
But
we came
Lance,
close or not,
it's about matchups.
Philadelphia,
It's about
like,
matchups.
yeah,
It's about matchups.
I just don't see it. I mean, if it happens, awesome, but I just, when it comes to these great teams, It is what it is. We fumble. We do
We
something to mess
have,
it up.
we have. I'm not gonna pretend like we haven't. We have, but again,
But
I believe that this team has enough to make it happen and to get
well, my
over that
thing
hump.
is, okay, say we're down 3 scores. You have enough? You think Tua can come back from 3 scores?
Yeah, he was down
Okay.
5 touchdowns. What is it? No, three. Sorry, he was already down three touchdowns, and it took a combination of our defense to be locked down versus the Ravens, and for him to score 5 touchdowns towards the end of the game to beat
Yeah, but
the Ravens when we were over there.
half of their first string. Half of their first
I
string
get it.
defense was out of the game.
Their secondary was out. I
So
get it. We were playing their backups. 100% true.
uh, I mean,
But
he
he
Pickens.
still had to do it, did
That
he
was their
not?
mistake.
But did he still have to do it? Did he still
Yeah,
have to get the ball across the end
yeah,
the
I get it. Yeah,
end zone? And he did it, right?
yeah.
Whether
If he could do it against the top, first stringers, I'd be a lot more happier.
I just, for me, I keep saying it. The health, to me is always the X. It's the unknown because it seems like, I'm just gonna be honest. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes find ways to win even when their circumstances are not perfect. And it
yeah,
seemed like for us to win and consistently, we have to have things not perfect, but not what they're dealing with, if that makes sense. And I get continuity, and I get Andy Reid has had a path to where it took him a couple of trips to get to where he got, and even getting rid of Alex Smith and going after Patrick Mahomes, someone that was an unknown. I didn't know who Patrick Mahomes was in college. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm very
that's a
biased
fact.
to the I'm very biased to the University of Miami, so I really didn't never hear like he wasn't like a Heisman guy or someone that we a household name for the most people,
Mhm.
unless you follow that division. I just wonder, and it's not saying that it can't be done, and I think that's what I get annoyed with the fan base, and a lot of times I don't even waste my energy. Is people don't want you to have questions; they just want you to have blind faith, and that's not fair, especially when the product for, let's just say, these 2.5 years has given us. So I think sometimes when you got so much hope, now I have an expectation. Now I'm not expecting you to struggle against the bad teams. I'm expecting you to win those games. So I'm not going to be overjoyed when you beat a Carolina or somebody like that. I need you to consistently beat some of these other teams, and I just wonder, even with the health, we had opportunities last year to finish some unfinished business. And that's why for me this season, I'm just stating on the record, it's gonna have to be a game by game evaluation for me. I'm not gonna go high or low because it's very
Yep.
possible that both of these gentlemen, both Tua and Mike McDaniel, needed the confidence from the organization to invest in them long term with the contracts that they just received. And maybe that will be the spark to make some better decisions and execute. I don't know. That's an unknown variable, but I just think that Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, like, I don't think Andy Reid gets enough credit because of the greatness of Patrick Mahomes. But Andy Reid made a lot of great decisions even in the Super Bowl to get them to where they when they finished the job. I'm not sure if Mike McDaniel is there after Thanksgiving because everybody talks about Tua, but Mike McDaniel sometimes his throwing the fade route to midgets, it ignites me. And I'm looking at this running back that just ran for 20 yards, and you literally just threw a fade rate route to Tyreek or Waddle. But to be fair, Tyreek got to be focused and not impregnating all of South Florida and catch the damn ball too. Like, my energy is always going to be consistent. Like, it's enough blame to go around, but I just think this year it's literally no excuses. Jalen got his contract. Tyreek got his extension. Tua got his extension. Mike McDaniel. You got rid of Big Vangio, which was another, I guess, Fidel in the room. People didn't like his mentality. People thought he didn't want to be there. So I just think this year I don't want to hear who is going to be to blame if it doesn't work, right? But I don't
Everyone's
want to be
involved.
so I don't want to be so negative to say that it's not going to work if that makes sense because it possibly could. Possibly getting your payday in years, knowing you're going to be in Miami for the most part. I still think at any given moment you could be traded or sent somewhere else, but for the most part, I think Ross has literally bought in to this product and invested into at least to 2028. But now we gotta see what you gotta do. So I don't. I just think Andy Reid and Mahomes right now, unless somebody knocks them out before we see them, I got questions. I really do.
Ladies and gentlemen, and thank you because Nene, you just reminded me of something. I want you to understand that when I say that I'm excited about the season, that does not mean that I will not be critical. I am objective about this team. I get excited because I'm a fan. Do you see how much stuff I have that's Miami Dolphins around my like real quick? Just I mean, it's insane. All the stuff that I have and believe me, there's stuff behind this flag. Nothing but Dolphin stuff, ladies and gentlemen. But I need you to understand one thing, and this is why I want to say it like this. Just because I'm excited, that doesn't mean that I will not do that weekly evaluation. Because for me is I'm expecting results. And which results? I'm expecting to win. And whatever the team shows us week by week, I will be dissecting it every single day, Monday to Friday, ladies and gentlemen, when you're checking out Miss Phins. So come through and check out Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. Every single Monday to Friday, we will be talking Dolphins, AFC East, the NFL, even Wednesday nights with League Wide Wednesday with myself and my co-host, Mr. Color Commentary. Okay? So go ahead and check it out. But that doesn't stop me from being critical about this team, critiquing it, seeing where they can do better, where they can improve. Why? Because I have to be objective about the team. I'm going to fan, but I tell you, I take off my Homer hat. And I'm going to also be like, hey, I'm loving what I'm seeing, but they need to work on this. And that goes for all 53 players, plus all 17 players in the practice squad, plus the front office and the coaching staff. Because we want to win the Super Bowl. Nothing else matters, ladies and gentlemen, except to win the Super Bowl. And at the end of the day, if all we can do is watch and wait. That's all we can do. Yeah, that's all we can do. Watch and wait. But that's not going to stop me from saying, hey, if we need to go ahead and get better at this, and that, or McDaniel's messing up here and here, Tua needs to tighten up, I'm going to say it. And I'm not afraid to say that because guess what? That's what I do. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern, guys. So go ahead and check it out. And if you
I'll
haven't
get
subscribed, go ahead and do that too.
I'll get more excited at the end of the year
That's
as the
fine.
year goes because I know the beginning. Two is great. You know, in the beginning he's fire. It's the end of the year that we start winning at the end of the year, I'll start getting more excited.
And I can't tell you how to fan. Just like I can't tell people in the chat how to fan. Or Nene, if she has some trepidation, if she wants to make sure, to check but verify, be happy but wait, there's more, that's
Yep.
fine. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
That may not end well either
But and like I said,
for anyone.
sometimes and I know people don't like to hear this, but your length of when you came to this organization, when you love it, it does play a significance on tolerance, right? If you've
It's
been
true.
enduring these years after years watching, I think the hardest loss I watched was against San Diego Chargers with Dan Marino. That was a heartbreaking loss. And there was other losses that you're looking at it, okay, when are the Dolphins, and especially those who are from South Florida, I'm not just going to say Miami, but South Florida is
Mm-hmm.
a football area. Though we love the Miami Heat, I guarantee you would trade in one of those chips to see the Dolphins win the Super Bowl. I remember when they back in the 90s when they would go consistently to the playoffs and going back to back wasn't something to go and do cartwheels about. It was expected during the Marino era. The city would be literally on fire when it was time for us to get into the playoffs or whatever. That Miami will always South Florida will be a football area. And I just like I said, I wonder though they say out loud Super Bowl is the objective, which that's what they're supposed to say. I don't think there's any NFL team that's not gonna go out there and say we want to win a Super Bowl. Everybody wants to win it. But the path to get there is going to be interesting to see if maybe all of this may be the Tua's MVP year. But I have to say, Mudbone, this is the kind of stuff I don't like. Like, Mudbone has a comment here where Mahomes got carried by the defense. And listen, I know I'm a Dolphins fan, but I ain't going to sit here and tell no lies. One thing I know about Mahomes, if he got some minutes on that clock, I'm not counting out Mahomes. He's
Ask
gained
the
that.
Bills.
He's earned that respect to where he won that Super Bowl, and even though his wide receivers were dropping, I think his wide receivers had more drops than ours. He still found a way. Whether it was a run, I mean, I know he does a lot of whining now, and I'm not a fan of his wife, but you can't deny his greatness and how he puts that team on his back, and he makes a play. He makes something happen. So that's the kind of fans out that annoy me. Like you can give credit to greatness. I mean, that doesn't
You,
take away your
you don't
fan.
you don't have to put somebody down to bring somebody else up. I think that's what you're going. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think you and I agree on that particular topic. You don't have to bring somebody down to try to bring somebody else up. Everybody is their own individual self. And Patrick Mahomes, although for the entire season, what allowed them not to fall off is the defense 1000%. He was still able to overcome. But it works both ways.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously know every. That's why the offense just doesn't get the Super Bowl ring. That's why everybody gets a ring because everybody had to play some type of integral
Hmm.
part. Some may have heavy loads to carry, but I'm not gonna sit here if you would tell me right now that Patrick Mahomes was available for the Miami Dolphins to get him. I'm getting damn Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry if that made people mad at me, cancel me, unfollow me. Patrick Mahomes with Tyreek and all these weapons. I really think you win right away, but I just think that gauntlet, and there's other teams too in the AFC that we still got to get through those teams. There's certain teams where I feel you said something earlier, Miss Fins, matchups. Like when we played the Tennessee Titans, when you look on paper, this should have been a blowout, of course, by the spread. But you saw we lost that game because the way they matched up against us defensively, they were physical enough to knock us off of our strength, which is that timing offense. So you got to consider that there's some teams within that AFC that I wouldn't just look over them. You know, we still got to go out there and play and win the game. I think we got on paper. That's what made me upset when I first came in the community. People like, oh, this is the best roster in 20 some years. This should be a Super Bowl. I say, yeah, but you still got to play the games. You still got to go in their arena and they still got to come to yours. And you still got to have that W. There's no on paper Super Bowl champs. You got to go through the season. You got to go through the season.
You got me on that one. That was actually kind of funny. There are no on. Um,
I mean, we
that
could
was
hang a
actually kind
lot
of
of banners if that was the damn case, but you gotta go through your opponents. And like I said, I look at Houston. I don't know, since that team kind of concerns me because to me, their coach, the way that they play together, and then they added some pieces too. I don't think they're a fluke, but you never know. It's just like Jacksonville, right? They looked so good, and then last year they didn't even make the playoffs. So
Mm.
gotta wait, and it may be a team that was bad last year that may have a Detroit Lions type of year. You just don't know until the season plays itself out. But for me, the health is a concern with the Miami Dolphins. And I'm just sick of it at the end of the year and we're upset. They're like, oh, when we get healthy, we're gonna do, but when the hell we gonna be healthy? Like I need that to happen. They
That
need more? That's my problem.
we're never going to be healthy.
But no team is. That's the thing. Like every
Yeah,
team goes through this. I don't.
I just feel
I
like
don't
we get
understand
hurt
this.
more. I'm,
Did I lose y'all? Because it sounded like
No, no,
maybe.
no, no. I'm.
No, but you literally got a hospital attached to the stadium. That tells you everything you need to know. But it's
It's not
like,
a hospital. My gosh.
yeah, I know Baptist help, but you get no. That was a little joke from when we was in
Yeah.
the space where Rashad thought that one of the players got airlifted to the hospital, and we would tell him no, Baptist Health is right there. He was like, he went to Baptist Health, and we like Baptist Health is like literally right there. But my whole point, that's why I keep asking it, what what is your expectations to the team? Be healthy, because apparently experts that know more than me says that health is the reason why we can't finish the job. So how do we achieve that goal? How do we stay healthy? I don't think it's that, because I still think the defense was more depleted than the offense, and they still was giving us a chance to stay in games. Even that Kansas City game, I felt they did with what they could with what they had, and we were still in that game for the most part,
Yeah.
even with the conditions. And then I hate that because we're in the conditions, but so is the other team. It's not like they are in a dome and we're outside. We're in the same conditions. Period. But congratulations to Mike McDaniel and his family. His story, just off the cuff,
It's
his story
beautiful.
is beautiful. Recovering, from his, his issues, and kind of Eric Spoelstra like, and that's what I want to tell you, Miss Fans. I think Steve Kerr is a little bit different. I get the concept that the talent, because see, technically, Steve Kerr walked into Steph Curry and them already together.
Yeah.
McDaniel got them within his first year. They weren't together before he got here. You get what I'm
The
saying? So
finished product was not there. Neither was KD either. You see what I
right.
mean?
So
But they did win prior to KD going there. So I get what you're saying.
I think he's more, and even they little weird attitudes, like, and they seem like maybe that's why he's at Miami Heat games taking notes, because if I close my eyes, I'm hearing damn Spo saying we got enough. That mentality. We got everybody got on a sling and a wheelchair and crutches, neck braces. He like, oh, we got enough. So now it seems like McDaniel's saying that same kind of rhetoric. But the thing of it is, at the end of the year, if you got to stand on that podium, I don't want to hear nothing about no injuries. That's where I'm at. I don't know about you, sis. I'm not here for that. If you just tell we got outplayed, outcoached, I'm cool with that. But don't start throwing that injury stuff, because you're going into the season maybe what 50-60% not full. When Tua, and that's crazy because Tua was the health concern for many years. Now he's the person that we're not even worried about. It's everybody else.
Mm, mm. Look at Stretch comments. Stretch 5 Bam. The way the Dolphins are approaching talking about injuries so far is very Heat like.
He's trolling me, but that's right. I mean,
I mean, that's what I'm like. Is he wrong though? Like, is he wrong? What do you think? Let me tell you something. I'm on a high right now. I need to come down. I didn't expect this to be this long. I'm not trolling. He's like, I'm not trolling. I'm being serious. Uh,
I just know him from Heat Spaces. That's all. Hey,
uh,
what's up, Stretch Five?
but this is man. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so already, we got over 350 people in here. Almost three. We had over 380 people in here, actually, almost 400 people. Guys, do me a favor. If you haven't done so already, real quick, I need you guys to take a look. Take a look at this. Take a look at Miss Fans. If you're watching for the first time and you're just getting in, go ahead and take a look at this here for me. You got the Miss Fins channel. Click on my logo. If you're liking what you hear, we're here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern, guys. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. And you can click on my picture and click on the link on youtube.com/Miss Fins. And a great way to support the channel, guys, you can go ahead and do so by clicking on that link, and it'll take you to my channel. And this right here, it's going to say a little button that says subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. That's all you got to do. Just subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,500 subs. And that's it. We're about 150 people away. 151 people away from last time I checked, right? Let me see if I can do math. I think this is updated. It should be updated. We're 151, guys. If all 360 of you guys that are and you guys are not subscribed, we can absolutely go ahead and shatter that 1,500 goal. So go ahead and help out Miss Fans and just click on the name, click on this little link. It's 100% free, guys. You don't have to do nothing else, and hit the like button for me. It helps out the algorithm, and it helps to support the channel as well. So thank you guys so much for this. Nene, give me your final thoughts because I gotta get out of here. I wasn't expecting these breaking news, man. This is you're gonna be hearing about it all weekend long, all day long. But go ahead, give us your uh, your final take. Yes, hit that like button, guys.
Well, it's good to see you, Miss Fins. I'm glad that the fall is here. My favorite time of year. Football is back. Um, I just hope that we that everything that we're doing this year yields better results than we've had in the past. And everybody's healthy, everybody gets paid, and we win some football games and finally get this franchise and the fans in particular, the fans what we finally deserve. So um also please take care of your mental health, take care of your physical health. This is a time where, everybody's going through whatever. School started back, so parents dealing with the stress, kids dealing with the stress. So please take care of yourself, because whether we love certain players or don't like certain players, we're
Yeah.
all humans, and we love this team. That I think that's the common denominator. We love the Miami Dolphins. So I would say let's go fans. I need my Hurricanes to beat the Gators. So this
Isn't it
weekend,
tonight?
no, it's Saturday. This
Saturday night. There you
weekend,
go.
me and Shake and Miss Pam, we are not over it, but let's go Canes. And Miss Fans, is great. Thanks you for always giving me a mic, giving me a voice, and I appreciate you. I guess we can't say Fins up no more, so let's go Fins.
Fins up too. I'm still fencing up, but go Fins. Yeah, I get it. Thank you, Nene, for coming through. I appreciate the support as always. Have a great rest of your weekend and happy Labor Day weekend too. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, this has been such a great show so far. I've had so much fun here, guys. Thank you so much, EM. Yes, guys, you can see it here. Go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Hit the like button. Share, subscribe. Let's get Miss Fins up to 1,500 subs. Help me out, people. It only helps to be able to go ahead and continue to do this, guys. This is this is, um, this is time. I will never get these 3 hours and 25 minutes that I've been live for you guys ever again. Um, so I appreciate those who do support the channel and hit the like button and subscribe and let everybody else know, because it's just a way for you guys to appreciate my time. And thank you, Dad Dean, for your donation, and thank you for everybody that donates, that become a member. Fins up to to Fins up Wincy becoming a member. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys so much in the support. If you'd like to become a member, I've got different tiers for everybody. And it's a great way to support the channel, guys. So at the end of the day, we're trying to grow, do bigger things, change things up so you guys can see it. Fantasy football is here, ladies and gentlemen. I've already gotten some people today. We need it. I don't know if you're still in the chat, but Dad Dean, if you're still in the chat, sir, and you still wanted to do it, I'm still missing yours. Cap for Life 2, Delusional. I know you were in the chat. Go ahead and do it. We still need you guys for the entry fee so I can get you guys the link. We already got what half the teams is already in there, so definitely go ahead and check that out, guys, because what was I gonna say? It's it's awesome. Oh man, thank you, Nene. Thank you so much. Appreciate that $2 donation. It really helps out the channel. You know, I always tell people like even a 99 cents. YouTube takes half of everything, but even every little bit literally goes right back to the channel. So as you can see, we got a new layout, we got new format, guys. If you didn't catch it, we had, and I want to show you guys this. We had the great OJ McDuffie in the building, ladies and gentlemen. That was such a great show. So if you missed that show, go catch it. It was amazing, and he was here. He's ready to come back as well. I had such a great time interviewing him. We've had Richmond Webb in the channel. We've had OJ McDuffie, Nick Needham's mom. You know, we continue to try to bring in. I'm working on getting some Dolphins beat writers on the show too. You know, but everybody's got different schedules. So, but I'm very very grateful for everybody that still supports the channel. And if you want to go, you can see Finsanity and I did our Olympiad show. So if you want to go back and have fun, we had some fun reactions too. But thank you, Nene. Thank you to everybody that supports. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody. And you know what? This is such a great community. We all support each other. It's a great way for you to really get back into, you know, loving your team and getting all the information that you're looking for. Because to me it's a lot of fun. And I got some and what was I gonna say? Ladies and gentlemen, also too, I got the results of the question I asked earlier. Is the roster A better, B the same, or C worse? 42% of you guys said that the roster this year is better than last year. 32% said the same. 25% said worse. So that means that at least 74% of you guys believe that the team is at least as good, if not better, than last year. And you know what? I'm here for it. I want to be able to go ahead and continue to grow. Another thing, too, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Color commentary, sir. Episode 1, season 3, episode 1 of League Wide Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to know what I mean, you come down here. You got all the episodes. League Wide Wednesday, every single Wednesday at 8 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. Myself and Mr. Color Commentary, we have our show, and it is amazing. It is so much fun, and you guys can go ahead and see myself color and myself. He will be cammed up this time, so I'm very excited. It's a new season. It's a new price, so it's great. Another update too, ladies and gentlemen, for the fantasy football. Besides the what is it? 1, 2, 3 people. I believe I have 2 more spots left. Raphael, if you can hear me, if you hear this, I'm trying to send you the link to the league, sir. I got your entry fee, but I can't, I don't have your email or nothing. So you need to reach out to me so that I can send you the link to it. We got half the link. It's already half the league is already in. And this Tuesday at 8 p.m. will be our draft live. You can catch it here. Monday night, guys, this is something else. I have a very cool collaboration with Yolanda of Ravens Talk. Her and I are going to be discussing, our different teams and what we love about football and what we expect out of our teams. So come check that out. That'll be this Monday, 8 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. We still have our Motivation Monday morning. That's not going to change. But we have a special event Monday night, myself and Yolanda from Ravers Talk. And we're going to have a great show, guys. And come support the ladies because it's always great. And that'll be. So we got a lot going on next week. We got the Monday through Friday shows. We also got Monday night with Yolanda. We got Tuesday night, the fantasy football show. We also have Wednesday night. We got League Wide Wednesday. You're getting nothing but support about this league and about this team. And the best way to support, guys, is by hitting the like button, by subscribing to Miss Phins, and helping us get to that 1,500 subs. Also, two ladies, I got some. Where is it? This one is just for you, ladies. My Jalen Phillips, believe me, you will be very happy. See, it's for the ladies. Go check it out. And shout out to Crypto with a $10 donation. Love always, great channel as long as you don't let EM on the panel. Oh my gosh, Crystal, I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting the channel. And thank you for your $10 donation, man. You guys are awesome. But ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I will reach out to everybody as far as that have told me about the league. Just to make sure that we get the entry fees to get you guys the link, because that's what we need, and get you guys ready. Also, too, like I said, I believe I have 2 more spots. If you guys want it, go ahead and let me know. You can Cash App me, Venmo or PayPal. Just make sure you say friends and family. If not, they charge a bunch of fees and whatever. And in case you needed to see that way it's easier for you guys. Here is my Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal if you are looking to be in the league. Again, it's $40, $300 for the winner. So go ahead and check that out. Cash App is $ Miss Phins for so you can see it right here. Where is it? Right there. That's Cash App, $ Miss Phins, MISSPHINS, or Venmo, which is Miss Phins, or PayPal, Miss Phins. And that's also a great way if you guys want to donate too. Whenever you guys donate, by the way, so you understand the difference, the super chat, stickers, super thanks are awesome, and I'm super grateful. YouTube does take half of it. If you want your money to go longer for the channel and for it to all go to the channel, then via Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, 100% of it will be able to be utilized for the channel. So that's the difference, because I know people have asked me multiple times, and I always like to, educate you guys. But again, do it. Another great way to support the channel is by becoming a member, just like we had Phins Up Wincy. But thank you guys again. Thank you for coming. Man, I can't. This is the last day, guys. The last day of the off season. Thank you, Lord. Football's back. Man, this offseason was rough. Not gonna lie, this was a rough one. And I just, oh man, this was rough. I'm telling you right now, I needed to. Oh man, I needed to get to this season to already start, and I'm so glad it did. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I feel. I'm just so happy that this season already started. So, guys, thank you again. Let me just make sure this isn't a regular. Let me see here. Oh my God, Greg Neal, thank you so much. And shout out to Greg Neal with a $20 Cash App donation, man. Thank you, Greg. Man, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, Greg. Thank you. There you go. Look at that. I even had it. Sorry. Let me put this. I don't call you out like that. Greg. There you go. Thank you so much. I even had it ready. Greg, thank you so much for that Cash App $20 donation, man. I appreciate you so much, man. You guys are awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, you can catch Miss Fins Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. Also, too, if you need to reach out to me, you can reach out to me via Instagram, Miss Fins, MISSPHINS, Twitter, Miss Fins, MISSPHINS, and as you can see, literally right here. And also, too, if you want to email me, you can absolutely email me at MissFins, MISSPHINS at yahoo.com. Okay. So that's a great way to get in touch with Miss Fins as well. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I got to get out of here. I got to take care of some stuff. I did not expect all these breaking news and all this stuff to happen. But man, you guys are awesome. And I'm so blessed to have you guys and to be here. I've had so much fun today. So thank you guys. Take care. And we will see you bright and early Monday. But wait, there's more. I may be doing the football show tonight around 5 or 5:30. So stay tuned. But if we don't do that tonight, for sure we'll see you Monday morning, 8 a.m. And as always, take care, guys. I appreciate all of you. And have a great holiday weekend. It's Labor Day. If you're off, enjoy it. If you're not, enjoy it because you're alive. But happy Labor Day weekend, guys. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. Have fun. Enjoy your families. It's gonna be awesome. You know what? AB, I'm so happy McDaniel and Watson got extended. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm happy they got extended too. There you go. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming through, man. Thank you so much, man. You guys are something else. I will catch you guys, if not tonight, for sure, Monday morning. Take care. Bye bye.